Am I? There we are. Okay, okay. Live everywhere. I've not played any chess today. Happy MLK Day. But I played no chess. So I should do some small warm-up. And then we'll get straight to the rapid games. Trying to push the 2200 today is the goal. Is the goal. It looks frozen though. Am I frozen? I don't think I'm frozen. But yeah. Yesterday we got the viewer tournament stream. Tomorrow puzzle stream. If you're watching in the future, hope you're doing good today. I hope I'm higher. Right now we're at 1239 subs, so 1,239. I will hope I have a couple more than that if you're watching in the distant future. But yeah, today, decent day today. Homework though, man, it's just it's not fun to do. Not fun to do when there are other things that bring you more joy, and I'm not even done with it. It just took so long. But yeah, we're the second day of having a Facebook account, so I have still 2 months till I can. And you can't even. Okay, let me just do the. Oh, I was about to do the survival, or no, the 3-minute puzzle rush. But yeah, 2 days into the 60-day timer that I have to hit in order to stream on Facebook. So we're still doing the try, not the quad yet. All right, let's take the queen here. First bit of chess today. I've talked about chess today a decent amount, but this is the first time I've actually played it. Let's see if my skills have left me. Queen goes down. We take here on f1. All right, this is checkmate here on f7. Mate here on f7. Queen and bishop. All right, next. I think you can take this. Yeah, that's 12. See, they're locked in. They've played chess today. They're at 15 already. All right, we're going to take this. Bishop, take this. And honestly, you can just move your king up and take that. We have the white pieces. We'll drop our king here. Yeah, that's an easier one. Here, fork, take on f5. Now this, I think you check, and then you go here, and then you bring this rook back once they go back over, and that should be checkmate. All right, in this one, you'll see at the end you have this knight to f7 check, and that's checkmate. Take here, perfect. Bishop, check. I think. Wait, here? Okay. My problem is they could just slide out the way. Oh, this is just mate in one. What am I talking about? Perfect. We get the mate in one. That's also mate in one. I'm glad I took some time to not get that one incorrect. That would have been a frustrating incorrect puzzle there. All right, we have a lot of mate in ones actually just occurred there. The queen drops back, king here d2. We're going to run away on this safe diagonal. Oh, I think I've done this before, and I don't remember how you finish it out. Up, yeah. And we get the win at 25. What's going on, Pablo? What's going on, Ash? How y'all doing today? You guys have joined in early on the stream. Thank you guys for hopping in. We're going to get straight into a game. Maybe I should warm up more, but it is what it is. Hopefully the game, it'll warm me up. 99 move game. Did you win, lose, or draw that game? That's a long game. All right, first game here we're playing 2256. Let's see if we can take some points from them. All right, they go e4 or d4 to start this game off. Let's see. Let me write down this too, actually. Yeah, e4 or d4. I'm hoping d4, and it is d4, yeah. I would prefer first game of the day. I prefer it to be something I'm a little more... I guess I'm comfortable in both at this point, but I just, personal preference, I prefer playing against d4. Although at this point, I'm sure I can play against both. Let's see. What's going on, Austin? I see you're there. Some platform support, excuse me, not dual. Knight c3, I don't see that super often. As it blocks the c-pawn, but I think this is like a Jobava. Yeah, I saw it in a tournament game one time, or recently. I guess 3 tournaments ago. It was the first time I saw it over the board, so I was completely thrown off. I had to... No L's to be had today. I hope I don't take an L today. We'll see, though. We'll see. Winning in a game to losing for one in a draw. Yeah, 99 moves. I could see how that... It goes back and forth for this long time as well. That happened to me yesterday while I was doing the tournament. It was like a win, and then I was going so fast I lost it, but literally the same thing. I flagged them eventually. Then Austin, appreciate these likes for closing in on 150 there. But yeah, knight is going to slide here to d7. We're down some time. Early game, they're definitely developed a little bit quicker. But we're going after this in the center. They're going to have to exchange. because they can't get this knight. This knight isn't here, so they can't go here, and they can't go f4. Now I usually need to castle, and I should castle, but I wanted to get these exchanges first so they don't have a knight sitting in the center. Now I want to get to safety, and then figure out what to do with this bishop. This bishop is a not good piece. I want to go e5, honestly. I may, if they don't go f4, I might go e5 before I castle. Because say they go like, I don't know, like here or here. I guess they wouldn't go queen f3. Like now I feel like you kind of have to go there, no? Like e5, or is it better to get my king? Yeah, I think king's safe, and then we focus on maybe going e5. Because they could push, I could still counter with e5 to e4 there. Let's see. Can I show? Yeah, after this, you can send the game in. We can take a look at it. Yeah, let's go up here to e5. If they take. I think this is an important move to play. Because I wish I could get a rook behind it first. I feel like it would be a little bit better. But if I take time and go rook here, they could just go f4. Now, the way they're playing, I don't think they're trying to go f4. I think they're trying to get their knight here to f5. I think if they go here, I'll go g6, though. But yeah, e5, getting me some more space. This bishop has more scope now. And there was nothing here on this diagonal, really. I would have had to sacrifice something for the most part. Alright, see they go c3. Now the question is, bring this rook over or this rook over? I feel like if they ever attack f7, it's easier to just go back here than it is. Yeah, I think it's easier for them to attack this side right now. Like they're like 5 moves away from attacking f7. So let's go rook over. Because taking now their knight just slides in. So I think rook here. Get on this open file. We're up on time slightly, but it's 16 minutes left in this game here. And Austin, appreciate these likes still. Closing in on 400. Alright, but rook here to e8. We're beaming down the open e file. They probably won't take. I think all in all, this is a decent opening. We have 2 pawns on the 5th rank. They have 1 pawn on the 4th rank. Somehow we have more space with our pieces, even though we were given black. If they go there, we're going for g6 almost instantly, because that knight f5 idea would be horrible to play against. I feel like you'd have to just go up to g6. Like here, bishop takes, yeah, but that bishop just sitting there, and then having that whole diagonal to themselves if I take their knight here with my bishop. Like bishop versus knight isn't the worst thing, but this would be a very good bishop. And my knight's not bad, but it's not like here on the 3rd rank causing havoc. Oh man, that's why they went f3 too. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, if they go f4, but they could have played f4. And like knight here, this fork idea maybe they're looking at. But if the knight is, oh, they moved. Yeah, they're definitely going for this. I think I mentioned that, so I just want to go up. Now, if they go f4 now, that'll be interesting. Because they could try and break so that they could get their rook open. I think at that point, I would just cement the structure, attack their bishop, and then move their queen in. This is kind of what I was alluding to. It's easier for me to just go rook over to guard this versus going rook here. My issue is when I go here, they could consider pushing, but I think you would have bishop to e6 in that idea. So let's just go rook here guarding this. This doesn't fall. Rooks connect. If they go up, we have this idea of bishop e6. Now, if I go, we'll have to think about that for a second. If they go here, and then I go here, they could push, but it doesn't matter as they lift they move their rook over here to d1. Now they would obviously take this way, so they don't drop on e6. After that, I don't know what I like about the position. I kind of want to keep the tension. But now they could just go up. If I push, take, yeah, now that opens up the rook. I wouldn't love to open up their position for them. I wish you could attack this somehow. There's no pawn push here that makes sense to me. Like, you can play a6, but that feels a bit slow. Maybe it is take. Take. But then they're just setting up. I would get a good rook, though. And then they don't have a target going up here to f4. Like, capture. and then like a patient move a6. But then you're kind of just playing defense, and you're waiting for them to play c4. I don't really like doing that. But it might be the best. Man, if their h3 pawn wasn't pushed, or was pushed, we could take. But a lot of ifs there. Honestly, I think I want to play a6, just a waiting move. They might go up. I think if they go up, we take. Yeah, they're going to go up. Kind of what I expected there. We can go here now. Yeah. Because take. Here you can get back so it's not a fork there on e5 at the end. I think that should be okay. What's going on, Wendy? Let's see. Yeah, bishop here. Opening up the diagonal. We're still up on time, but we took a lot of time on that last move there. Something to note, the rook and the queen are on the same file. Usually, I would avoid that completely, but there are too many pieces in the way for me to be worried about it instantly. And if they take on e5, only the queen could take back anyway, so you're out of the way. And like qc7 is so easy to play. But it's something to worry about. Like I'm not saying that's perfect, but it's not the worst thing. And like queen c7 is not a bad move either. Now the bishop's on e6, you can just drop back. Now the other rook can move freely because the queen there on c7 is performing the same duty as guarding the e5 pawn. I imagine they'll take on d5 probably. Oh, they push. They push. Really? Okay. Huh. Okay. I'm not sure why they push, though. Why do they push? Because if you take here, you're attacking the queen and the bishop. They take a fork. You take the queen. You're up a queen. They take your queen. It's tied. You take a rook. I'm not saying why you can't just take this. Because here, attack. Yeah, I don't get. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I feel like you can just do this. They move the bishop. Yes. They must have missed that I can just take this, though. I'm guessing that's what they missed. Do I take here first? Or do I take here first? Probably. Okay, take here. Take. Rook takes. Yeah. Or do I take? Queen takes. Take, attack the knight. Huh. I think I'll take this way first. Capture. And then capture here. Okay, now we're guarding both of these in the center. It's a passer. We want to go g5 probably on the next turn because they might go knight back. Double attacking that there. And we can go g5 to guard f4. We're equal on time right now. Yeah, here definitely. g5, complete the structure. And look to push soon. If I can trade... Oh, queen up too. Once I go g5, queen here. Offering the queen trade. Yeah. Because going knight here... Well... Okay, actually you could play that. You could go knight here. Oh, yeah. That's crazy. They can't even stop it. Knight here. There's no way they can get out the way of any of the forks. That's insane. You would think a move like that, they could avoid it. But if you go here, they can't stop me from getting to that square. It's impossible. Yeah, that's nuts that works. But knight here to d5. It's unstoppable. Rook goes, it's still a fork. Rook goes, it's a fork. Wow, that's a crazy tactic. Usually when you see a fork, it's like they can avoid it somehow. But knight d5, through its complexities, is unavoidable, as you see here. So let's go knight here. Attacking both rooks. They capture. Oh, I messed up. Take. Whoa. Okay, take over. Yeah, that's not checkmate. You just slide over. There's no check. They can't take there. Yeah, you can take this. Maybe they're trying to take with the rook instead, but then you just go queen over. Right. So I'm guessing they would take here and then king h8. And you should be fine. Their rook slides. Queen down. Queen takes. Queen up. And then, yeah, I mean, I think that'd be okay. Or you could even go here. You could go rook here instead. Rook f8. Rook takes queen, rook takes queen. Rook f8. Queen takes, rook takes, rook takes. Rook f8. Queen takes, rook takes. Yeah, you could just go rook f8. I don't think I'm missing a checkmate because I can't go there. There's no check. So let's go here. They take, you take. If they take, you take, take. And you're up a clean rook there. Let's see. I think that works. Because there's not a, if there was a check, this wouldn't work. Like if they could take this and my king, not that my king could be there, obviously that'd be illegal. But like say somehow my king was here. If they could take and that's discovered, I would be losing. But because it's not, and the reason I feel more confident they haven't played it instantly, because my queen's hanging, and I think if I dropped it, they would just pounce on it. So I'm pretty sure this works. I'm pretty sure this works. I appreciate all the likes there on TikTok. What resources did you use to get to 2K? I just play. I'll be honest, I played for years over the board first, so I don't know if I'm the best person to help you get to 2K, like specifically. Like I played a lot in person before that. But playing a lot of games, doing a lot of puzzles as the main things I've done. And Austin and Hezzy, appreciate these likes. Appreciate that. Line up P. The knight slides in. Huh. Okay. I think I see what they're trying to do. I don't think it works though. Because what they're trying to do is there's like mates with the rook and the knight. So if I just take the queen and they go here and then I go here, I think that'd be okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not a checkmate. Yeah. There's no mate. The queen's gone. They take that, that's fine, you take. They can't, they probably want to take that. They can't even do that first, I'm sure. Yeah. And then king here. And then your queen drops. But then what if I just go rook here? And then after that, you have to trade with me. Right? Because if you go here, rook down, and then there's no check with the knight to escape. So rook slides up. And then here you take, and we get the win. All right, GG, GG. Let's see the game review on that one. What's going on? What's going on, SBA? Let's see. What's going on, Syed? Yeah, let's look at this one. 90.9% for that game. Pretty good game for me there. Appreciate that, Armand. Pretty good game. We play against the Jobava London, I believe. C6 is actually an accuracy. It's knight here to f6. What are you supposed to do if they go here? I've been playing knight a6, usually. Is knight a6 the best move? Yes, it is knight a6. I thought I've been doing that, but I assumed it was not the right idea. It's saying after e3, c6, knight c3. I've been playing knight b8. Is this wrong? That is wrong. You have to keep the knight here on a6 in this line and go queen b6 instead, actually. And then a3, c5, knight f3 is the top move, and then bishop d7. Okay, interesting setup. I've not played this. Usually I'll play... I've been playing like here. Actually, I have done this before. And then here, and then here. This is actually, I've played this, but I've not played the c6, knight back, queen b6 part of it, though. Let's go to this next part. We got that, the opening portion incorrect. Now I went c6. We go knight here to f6. They go knight to f3, pawn here to h6. They move their bishop to d3. Now, this is something I've played a lot from the white side when my knight's here and then pawn's up, so I'm somewhat familiar with it. They go bishop up. A lot of early game inaccuracies. a6, a move I missed. The knight jumps in. I thought this was wrong. The reason I thought this is incorrect is because you need to, yeah, maybe I can explain this. If you go bishop back, now if I play the move I played in the game, they could just go f4, right, and the knight cements it. But when they go knight here, we get the attack. But you can't just take it instantly. Like, say, I don't know, here. You still can't really do this instantly because the knight's not there. So that's why I'm like, oh, knight's here. They allow me to take the knight. Or at least they take. But the knight's out of the center on e5. And e5 knight is better than like a knight here. Like it's way better. So then we take. They go up here to f3. I castle, knight back. e5 the best move. It took some time to decide to play it. It felt like the only move. But I was a little nervous to play. Like, man, can you open up? As they have pieces that are not super active, but at least active in this particular area. They go c3. Rook here to e8 looking to guard it. What is a better move here? Because I was not super... It's e4. Wow. And it was rook ae8. I was like, this rook has to be worse to move. And the computer's saying this rook is way better to move. Look at what I know. I knew you had to get a rook here, though. But this rook is the better rook. e4 is the best move, though. Don't think I saw that. Like, I saw it, but I never seriously considered it. So I just assumed after take... Like, take... Oh. You take back dx e4. I assumed this wasn't good. But I can kind of see how it's good now, is they have this backwards pawn. You can't really do anything with that. They drop their bishop back here. And then you go knight g4. Oh, it's because of this idea. Right, okay, interesting. Well, I didn't see any of that, and I do... Let's go, I do something else. I go rook f e8 instead, get on the open e-file. Congratulations on that, Chesney. And then appreciate these likes, Austin. We're almost at 5,000. But yeah, the knight goes here to g3. g6, that's an inaccuracy? Wow, I would have thought the computer said... Good move to that. h5 is better. So what if they go here? Is that not a worry? You take, and e4 again. Oh no, g6, they go back. And then you go e4 now? No. Wow, the ideas the computer are finding, I'm not seeing it all. My idea, g6 simple. You're chopping the knight or the bishop and going to f5. I thought that was a huge issue, so I just stopped it there. They move their queen up. Rook over, you can take now. I considered taking. I just thought after this, they could play c4 eventually, h5. Like c4, I feel like they can open up the diagonal, in my mind at least. But no, they can't do that. They have to, yeah. Alright, well, that was wrong, but that's why I instead just go rook over, push up here to h6. h6 is a waiting move. This h5 idea, I just never saw it. What if they go h4? Oh, maybe you can go up double attacking, or you take opening, and you take that instead. This also would work, though, no? Take... Oh, the rook is attacking that. So if you take the knight here, but then queen takes here, check. This is actually pretty interesting of a game. No, you can't take the pawn. You have to take... You can't even take anything. You have to go bishop here attacking. Wow. And they can't save it because what? You take, and they're -3. Dude, tactical games are very fun games. I guess it's fun when you win. If I lost enough, I'd say that. But it was a fun game to play. They go up here to e4. Bishop e6 was the best move. This move made sense to me. You're opening up your bishop here to attack their queen with the discovered attack. Say they're lackadaisical. Actually, this kind of happens in the game, but this is the idea. But they instead go f4. I'm not sure what they're trying to do here. I think what they saw is that if I take, they take, I take, they take, they must have missed that I can take the rook at the end, and they can only take one of these back. I think I see what they're seeing. They probably saw that the knight's hanging, the bishop's hanging, and in their mind, I've done this before too, in their mind they're probably like, they're taking both, so they got 2 pieces for the rook. But in actuality, well, I don't even know how they saw that though, because then the bishop, you're attacking bishop there. But I think that's what happened. They missed that hanging and probably saw 2 free pieces, and just calculated as they got this and this for the 2 rooks. Yeah, that's what I think happened. But they go f4. I take, not instantly, because I was like, did they just do that? I saw this immediately, but I had to make sure, and it does work. They slide. You take the bishop first. I considered taking here first. I thought it was worse though, because take, if rook, you'd have to take with the rook, yeah. Because if you take with the queen, you're actually not even winning a pawn, really. And they take this here, yeah. That's why I didn't take with the queen in my head. But even when I took with the rook when I was calculating, I didn't love it. It made more sense to me to do it this way. So I did it this way. We're attacking. Knight up here. We're looking for the fork. This move, I think, is really cool, because there's nothing they can do about it. You would think if you have a move notice to get out of a fork, you get out the way. But wherever you go, there's still a fork. And the reason it is because they can't move a rook up here. That's why pawn advancement is such a good thing. They can't stop this knight move. And the queen's on a light square. There's no way to get back to a dark square, so they can't stop it. So knight goes in, take. You allow queen x8, f7. Not something you want to do usually, but you just have to see there's no checkmate, right? It looks good, but on king on h8, there's no follow-up. They're too slow to get the rook over, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, not even too slow to get over. You're just guarding it because you have a queen on the 6th rank. And then anything else interesting? Rook here, because if they take the queen, you would take this, and then if they take the rook, you take the queen. You can't take this way, I like to say, because they would actually get back in the game, and they capture here. You're still slightly better, but you can see the difference as you are up a piece, or up an exchange at least. Now you take this. The reason it's over is because they have to either trade the rooks or lose the knight. So rook d7, king captures, or if take takes, you can imagine they lose this game. All right, so that's that first one. A couple moves ago, was f6 better than 93? Let's see. Was f6 better than 93? f6. I don't think you. Oh, f6. Let's see. No, you can't play f6. It's saying g5 was better though. I consider g5. That's what I was going to do that until I saw 93. That's crazy. You're not supposed to win the material, but I just went straight for this. But no, here it's saying it's a miss because take. I think because of the pin is the reason. Yeah, here, and you can't. Now they can stop that. Or they just take this. You're still +1 though, so you still would probably win that game. Good thing about being up 2 pawns, you can kind of give one away. f3. f6 better than knight f3. Now you're good. Then was f3 better than knight e3? So I'm guessing they went knight e3 at some point. Let's see. Oh, I see what you're saying. f3 here from black. Yes, f3 is better. So g5 and f3 are better than knight here. Really? I didn't even consider that. If you go f3 instead, you're attacking the knight and the pawn here. Wow. If they take... Oh, because you're attacking the knight. So if they go here, you still have the fork. That's disgusting. Wow. Yeah. Good spot. f3 is better. Alright. Let's look at Ash's game here. 99 moves. I don't know if we'll go as in depth for all 99, but we'll definitely look at it. Let's go through here. Alright, let's see what happened in this game. See the accuracies. Okay, you guys got basically your expected rating. We have the Alapin. I know what that is. Alapin Sicilian. I think so. The E5 I'm not familiar with. But I know the C3 idea behind it. You are black here? Okay. Knight slides. You take in the center. Bishop slides here. Knight here is better. Honestly, I don't know anything about the Sicilian. So knight there is better for some reason. I'm guessing you're attacking and they can't push because of that. But what if they here, and then push? Is that not good for white? Oh, you win the pawn there with queen to a5. Okay. So instead, you go bishop here to c5. Knight takes, pawn takes. You go straight to an endgame. 99 moves. And you end up with the queen off on move 8. Alright, let's see what happens here. Any tactics. Alright, knight here, attacking the bishop. You can't castle. Oh, because you took the queen, right? Knight there. Rook over, going for a pin. You're attacking this piece. I guess the pin, the nice guarding, but still. Just get on this open file, contest it. At some point, the king has to move out the way. I'm guessing you go f6 at some point. Rook slides over. Take, and you're better. And then king has to move. And then c5 ever? Let's see. g5, guarding the bishop. Getting a good chain, and looking for a break maybe at some point, like g5, f5. Oh, because you have that diagonal. Maybe that's the idea. Okay, I would have done the same thing at some point. This is actually a mistake. Here to b5 is better. Bishop goes back. I don't know. I also would have played f5. I like the idea. Bishop drops back here, attacking the knight. That's guarding this pawn. I think I see the line, the thought behind it. Take. An isolated pawn for you to attack. Let's see. Capture the knight. Take. And now you can bring your rooks over. And now you see plus 0.2. Well, that's it. I would rather play black here for sure. The king seems a little safer. It's on a dark square. This pawn's isolated. I guess this... Okay. Okay, fair enough. 2 isolated pawns for both sides. But it feels like black has more pressure. Rook slides over. Down. You're supposed to push up, yeah, because of takes. And that's going to be game over. So pawn down there would have... Is that winning? Yeah, it's winning, actually. Pawn goes down. If they go back, what can you do? Oh, you take with the bishop instead. Interesting. But rook slides back here to guard this. Rook slides forward. I think you're trying to double up on the second rank here. They drop back, and you completely dominate the queen side. Getting every piece ever involved. Yeah, I have, what, 6 pieces aimed this way. Bishop drops back. Probably looking to reroute to attack because the rook's attacking it. Rook down, and then rook take. Yeah, I can tell this is a win. Here. Let's see there. Oh, what happened? So here, king up. You have to... That's kind of a hard move to play, though. You have to break. And somehow this is a win after... Yeah, that's a weird winning sequence. But you make a more natural move. Going king here. And now you're worse after... Oh, rook over. Why is that winning, though? Because can't you just go over here? So say... Can you not just go here? I might be missing it. Take. Oh, take. Because this is just easier. Yeah. You can just promote this. Or king up and then like a4 or something. I get it. That is... I can see how you didn't see. That is not something I would have thought either. Because you still have 3 pawns. But take. Rook slides. Well, can you go rook here? If you go rook here instead. Yeah, and then you can take that. The rook goes here, taking this one. Check. Oh, they guard them. You win this game. And oh, you said flag. Yeah, and then you get the pawn back eventually. And I could see you win on. Hey, a win's a win, a win's a win. Let's see. Exactly. Farther on the edge there. Remember floppy chess. I don't remember floppy chess, no. Is that someone I've played with before? And then Austin, again, appreciate all these likes. We're closing in on, what is this? Closing in on 8,000 already on TikTok. Thank you guys very much. 1 second. And we're going to get on to the next game. Let's see. All right. Starting off 1-0. We got 10 points from that. Let's see if we can continue the streak or will we go back down. So we get black again. Dude, okay. I want to play the white pieces. And then Z, I think, is sending some likes there on TikTok. I'm going to hit 8,000. Absolutely, absolutely. That was a fun game. That was a fun game to look at. We're going to play the Petrov this time. 99 moves is a lot. Is that 15-10? I kind of looked at the time. I saw you guys had 6 minutes deep into the game. So I'm guessing it wasn't a 10-0, was it? Bishop c4. You know, today the day got away from me. But I was going to watch a video on how to play against the Vienna and how to play against kingside attack. I saved a video on how to play against pawn storms. And I was going to look up a Vienna video, but I never got to it. So this is a live lesson, I guess. Bishop c5. Because I was playing someone and I was like a lot higher rated, but they got a great position out the opening because I'm horrible at it right now. I want to work on it though. With the knight here to c3, I know you can't go knight c6. I remember that much because of that queen g4. So you're going to go knight f6. It's just after f4 here. I'm not entirely sure. Like I think d6 or here. I think I have to go h6 to stop the bishop sliding here to g5. But like after that, like see, I don't really know what to do with f4. Like, do you go d6 and then, or is it knight c6? I wonder is it knight c6. I haven't played that too often. Or is it some point here and here? Like d6 seems so natural. I'm gonna stick with d6. We'll look after the game and I'll watch a video so I'll never forget again. But at least for now, I'll play the moves that come a bit more natural. And then knight here. Oh, wait. Is that right, though? Because I think I did that yesterday and I got into a bad position. Is here good? Huh. This feels like they made a mistake. Because knight here, that does force them to not cast. Oh, they could just push d4, though. I see. So if you go here, they could just go d4 and then take. So I might go for a6 or a5. So they can't trap my bishop that's really good here on the c5 square. Really not the c5 square, more this diagonal. So I'm thinking, I like this a little more. You usually gotta play a5. But this, I'm gonna play a5. Because oh, wait. No. I can't do that. My pawn is dropping in the center. Luckily there's a tactic that they can actually win this. I'll be honest, didn't see that, but they can't take because of queen up, I think. Oh, no, they can definitely just take it. Yeah. What am I doing? Take, knight takes, queen up. They could just get out of that. Yeah. Very, very bad start. Take this here and just castle. I'm overthinking it. I'm like, I can't go there, and I forgot the whole point is I have to guard that pawn in the center. Alright, let's just castle. And now we're going to try our ideas. I think you can't go for it instantly. Insane. I can't have an opening be that weak. But I think here, looking to go, they just drop back though. Okay, now what if we try this though? Or is it better to go here or, yeah, probably here. Oh, but then still just d4. Yeah, I said that. d4. And then back. And now they have these central pawns. And this is bad. Alright. We're gonna go knight back. They could go up too. This is like +2 or something. The opening could not have gone any worse than this, I'll say. They castle. Rook's gonna slide over. Getting on this open file. But they can go knight in. I think you can go bishop up maybe to contest. They push that pawn though. I want to say you could take that for a second, but you can't take that. Because the knight's there. There is the pin. Oh, wait. Well. Take. No. It's not worth it. You could win the knight, but you'd be sacking. This might just be a loss. I'm not going to lie. It is crazy. Knight back and then rook f8. There's really nothing you can do. Already. Luckily they can't bring their knight in, so if they move their knight out the way, you can go rook f8 to guard this. I need to go bishop e6. I need to go c6 so they can't push d5. We probably have to go c6. And then bishop e6. Oh, they can't even push though. Okay, I mean this is not ideal, but at least it's not a... Oh, now they they stop it now. At least it's not like game over, you know. It could be worse. Let's go here so they can't... I don't think they could have pushed, though. I think I keep saying that. I could have just went bishop e6. But the idea is to try and stop that, or at least exchange if they go up. And then here, and then here, and like knight f8. Let's see. And then here, and time. I'm gonna have to try and speed up some. Alright, the queen lifts up. They're attacking my knight here for sure. For sure. Take. I don't know if that's right. But I need to develop, I know that for sure. Their knight slides in. Dude, this is crazy. This is crazy. Their knight's here. They're looking to go here. And you can't even stop it, really. You're just going to have to go here. I think. It's hard being so short on space. It is. It's the worst. Oh, International Master. John Ludwig. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, you've come in to watch me get crushed out of the Vienna. I will be working on that on stream, I guess, after this game, because it cannot be this bad. But yeah, I'm getting killed here in this one. But it's hard. I'm already down the pawn, but they have a positional advantage too. I want it to be one or the other. Like if they're going to be up material, let me at least have a decent position that's, you know, fun to play. But this is not that. This is not what's happening here. They're going to go here. We're trying to... Yeah, I see the knight sliding in. Rook to e7. Looking to guard b7. They slide there instead. I'll say, honestly, I would rather that anyways. Like, they're all losing, so it's about personal preference at this point. And knight here feels a lot harder to play, to be honest with you. So going here, and then now the knight has a square. c4, yeah, but if I can get up and they don't play c4, when you get into the mind frame of saying if they do this, you know it's not a good position. But if we can get knight d5, not the worst thing. Here or here, I'm trying to decide between. Because here's not like it's a real pin. Is there a square I can't get to? I don't know. Long term, I think I prefer going here. Because we're not going to be on the file with all their pieces. Let's go here. There's no backwards fork there. How to start as a beginner? I would say lead chess. I was just going over this with my girlfriend too, so this is perfect timing. There's a lot like beginner stuff on leeches. It teaches how to move the pieces, how to do anything. Like, it's really, really helpful, I think, if you go there, and it's free. Okay, so I rook here to d8. This is, but yeah, that's how I would say. Lichess has some stuff that teaches how to move every piece ever. Teaches you like the basics, how to castle, en passant. I really like it for teaching purposes. And learn, like I learn a lot on Lichess. There's more to be learned, clearly, but I do learn a lot. But yeah, this is yuck. D5, I think they're winning. Because if you take back, maybe not winning, but it's basically winning. And then Austin, appreciate these likes, closing on 13,000 there. Almost, yeah. They find it. Take. And now they have this complete passer. And if you go back, dude, this is crazy. Well, I think you have to go back, though. But, like, if you go back here, they can just move their knight here, and then they go up on the next turn. So, it's almost better to just sack the rook. But that's obviously also losing. So, I don't really want to do that. Knight takes. They take. And then here. Or is it better just capture? I would say even take there, but there's so many like side tactics, and they take there on F because they have the knight and the rook working together. Capture, capture. I don't know if it matters, but what I'm deciding between. But I think I want to do it where I just take this. It feels like the best. Just take this here. They take, queen takes. Or no, rook takes. No. Definitely not rook takes. There's a pin there. Alright. Now, we're down the exchange. They slide over. Knight back. That's not right. We can go here, maybe. Let's see if they mess up and give me checkmate. And they move the knight for some odd reason. Not sure why they moved the knight out the way. But let's prepare for a mistake, because that's all we can get here. If they just go knight here, they're lackadaisical. Boom. They could also just take this, though. So, that's that. We have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left as well. A lot of negatives, but on the positive side, we didn't lose the game immediately, which I don't know how that didn't happen with the 3 pawns there. Like, I only lost a rook for a knight. Like, obviously, that's not a good thing, but it looked like I was about to resign in a second. So we'll take that somewhat of a positional hold. And then after you go here, this pawn is actually falling. So you will be up a pawn. You have a pawn and knight for the rook. If I could just switch the time. Oh, well, they take that. And they slide. Can't trade queens. I'll say that. Cannot trade queens under any circumstances. I'll lose the game if they do that. Rook slides. Alright. Knight up. We're attacking. I wonder if they're just going to go rook here. That'd be an interesting idea. Because really it doesn't matter that you have all of this. Oh, the queen slides. Here, they could go down. So you would have to go here so that they can't win your... But now they can just push the pawn. Well, oh well. I have to move. I have 2 minutes left. I think what's going on, Mitch? How you doing, man? We have the bishop active. Because if you go this way, then they could go queen e7. And if they went queen e7, there'd be no way to hold on there. Right, if they get that queen e7 idea. This way, there's... We keep the queen, but time. That's like that's the bigger thing. Maybe if they're not careful here, then rook over. Like if they go down, it's like you have to bet on them making some really bad mistakes. But I made a bad mistake to start, so maybe that happens. Well, definitely going to repeat because I have 2 minutes left. So I'm going to go back here to d5. I feel good that they're thinking at least. That means that I throughout this pretty bad position have made it at least playable. Like, you know, like Magnus would probably win this with the black pieces. There's enough. I've created enough of a cushion. I have some space, and they just slide over. Oh, man, if only the bishop was there. If only the bishop was there. Take. I mean, at some point, I'm going to have to do that. Capture. No, that's game. That's game, yeah. I didn't even see. They have rook e8, and then they take the bishop. Yeah. And now this is much easier to play for them, as the advantage is a pawn for a knight. Let's go up. I was like, I can just take that. I could have kept the pawn there, and that would have been fine. I was like, oh, let me just take that. I need it out the way. It would have been better to try and go for a pin or something, but this is just too easy to win. Rook down. I'll say they're not converting this that smooth, but they still should win this. Let's go here. You don't have to convert it smooth if you've done the hard work, which is getting up in the first place. Up. And they're up on time as well. Let's go here. Yeah, tough. They do it that way. King moves up. Alright, they're going to lift their king in. I think we can go here. Nah, but they're not going to let any checkmate trap happen. Slide over. Eventually they're going to get some type of fork that I'm going to miss, I'm sure. But rook can go here, check. They're going to block. Yeah. And now it's like impossible to stop that from running down. I do want to get g5 in. Like, it's the only chance I have. And at this point, why not try the only chance? Check here. The problem I'm having is wherever, like up and then here, I need my king to have a square. Because say you go, if they go back and you go here, they would just go up. So you have to go g4, which is like obviously, that's obviously losing because they could go down. But it's all obviously losing. Oh, they just take that. Anyways. Take. Oh, that's so cool. If you take the knight, they check. And then you go down. They take, you take, but you're too slow to catch up to the pawn. Wow, that's gorgeous. Well, I can't do that then, because that's going to be a loss. But 31 seconds left. I don't think I'll hold it anyways, but that's... I could just resign if I take the knight. There's no way you can catch up. Your king's way too far. But I think it's probably over anyways, even if it's too far here. 30 seconds left to 2 minutes. Okay. Maybe not the best way to do it. Because now I could have went here. And then they would, but they could have had some progress. All right, down. We're trying to get closer. Knight here would work. Oh, it's a fork. Oh, wow. This, yeah. It's a fork, and now they take guarding it. Okay, they slide in. Yeah. And then over. But the rook can just slide here, and it won't matter. Because you can't attack it. The knight is so powerful there. You can't even attack it. Yeah, they realize that. We go up, and that'll be game. Check. We can just resign. Yeah, 5 seconds left. I want to go through the opening. I'm not mad at how I fought there, because I lost on like move 5. So let's see what happened that we can change there in the beginning portion. This is a blunder? No, I saw that. I saw that. I was like, if you go here, what if they just take? What if they just take? No, oh, well, not that. Check. And then over. What if they go queen f3? How is this winning? Oh, the knight. Oh my god. I saw queen e4 and I just did not play it. Okay. No, I played the best move a5. I did not know that. I thought I blundered playing a5. If you're here on the stream, you saw my reaction. I thought I blundered immediately, and it's the best move in the position. Because of queen d4. Man, that's crazy. Is this pre-recorded? No, this is not a pre-recorded stream. Not pre-recorded. But yeah, what I miss here is queen here to d4. If I'm real, say my name. Well, I'm real. But yeah, knight here. I just missed a few things. Knight c6, bishop up. You can even play this down the pawn of knight c6 and just go up. So a5 I can definitely play. We'll know for next game that it's just queen up. And the knight can't take because it's checkmate. And then they can't take here because you just go over. And now they're still checkmate. So here, and then you take the knight. Man. Should have taken some more time. And now I just said, oh, I blundered. I could have played the game on. But I just assumed I blundered. Didn't even calculate it too far. Like, I guess I calculated it. I just assumed they could just take. And that's not a good thing to do. They lift. And from this point on, very difficult to play. Like, as you could imagine. Take. Although we get some life. Yeah. I knew that I made it okay. And I saw here. But I was like, after here, now you can't just abandon the bishop because they can take this time. Like in the previous position, you can abandon the bishop because the rook is guarding. So I was assuming if you go bishop c7, here, like this check isn't good, but I was wrong. And then you go back. Setting up the pin again. Okay. So yeah, taking the pawn was incorrect. I'll say I wouldn't have taken it if I saw... That's a blunder? Oh my god. Looking at this game is heartbreaking. Because bishop a7, the whole reason this doesn't work is because of rook e8. Wanting the bishop, but if you just check first... Oh man, take. You're in an equal endgame. Even winning endgame, you're up a pawn. That is heartbreaking. Discord server, not an active one, but I do have one. Do you have one? And then, appreciate that, the name 21. And also for the likes. So I line didn't say anything? Yeah. Oh man, I can't believe I missed. Both the things I missed are like, some stuff you look at like, man, I wasn't going to see that. These were so findable. This is heartbreaking. Bishop a7. I just assumed it worked. And I can still do it. Oh my god. I miss it too. I miss it 2 straight times. Bishop a7. Alright, I've seen enough. Let's go to the next game. Let's see if we can get some points after that. Yeah, if you... I don't know if you can put links in the chat. If you can throw it in the chat. If not, can you send it to my Instagram? Let's go up here to d4. Dude, that's crazy. That was so winnable. Yeah, e3, knight f3. But we missed some very important moves in it. Yeah, knight up. Oh, queen up. Why can't we play a regular game? Back here. Queen c1. I don't love playing against this. h3 first. They can't take the bishop. Queen c1. Knight here. Bishop e2 here. Or honestly, I think it's better to go here first. Well, not anymore. Oh, this is still better to go first. Which I remember learning when I reviewed a game. And in that game, I did bishop e2 first. Because they push up, you can't trap the bishop. But for some reason, this is still better than bishop e2. I really don't get it. So maybe it doesn't matter for me at my level. But this is a better move, as we'll see. Okay, I see the link. Let me go here. Okay. Okay, I should be in it. I should be in it. Alright, let's go back to the game. They castle. I'm a mod, man. Thank you. I have some special abilities. Let's castle here. And then if you're... I think the only person that's watching on Twitch... Oh, no, we have a few. Check out Bora, a national master. Follow his road to Grand Master. But then we go knight here if they take. I mean, this is okay. Because there's 2 pawns blocking it. Knight e5. a4 I usually play. But honestly, I don't know. Do I want to play a5? I kind of want to play e4. And I need to get my knight up first for that. So knight here. Looking to exchange in the center. They take. We could go f3 and then e4 maybe. We have g4 as well. Their bishop's so good. Bishop d1, bishop c2 at some point. Yeah, here. We need to get on this diagonal to contest them. Let's see what they do, though. Because maybe it's not necessary. But back, and boom. That's what I'm thinking. Because this is a super strong piece. And I don't want them to have a super strong piece. That is anti how to win at chess. You don't want them to have a good piece. See, they have a good piece. And you can't stop them by going simply g4 or like the knight h4 idea, because they have this h7 square as a escape hatch. So I'm trying to do that. And Austin still with these likes, much appreciated. We're almost at 18,000 there. But yeah, 95 if they take, will take. Back here. All right. The queen moves. They're looking to go b5. Okay, let's go back. Oh, wait. If you go back, they go in. Oh, maybe their idea... Okay, I think I see their idea. Their idea is, if they're trying to provoke this, now they could just go there, or take, and then now the queen is hitting c3. And my bishop is misplaced, and my knight is passive, and their bishop's active. And if you set this up, they go here. I guess you would still have enough time, though. I don't know. Bishop d2, b5, a3. I feel like, no, that has to be enough time. Back, here, over, and then there. Now, they can't just sit there forever. I think that is a huge issue for me if they sit there forever. The pawn on c4 is very active. What's going on, Mats? The pawn there is very active, controlling these key squares. If we ever get e4, though, like it's not that good, but I just can't play e4 because they have that on lock right now. So this bishop c2 idea, this bishop here is doing nothing. I was watching the Tata Steel chess tournament today, and what one of the grandmasters who was commenting, I think he's a grandmaster, he was saying that was really interesting. If you could take a piece like off the board, he gave an example, like where could you put it and figure out the squares to get there. And I've heard that before in the, or read it before in the Jeremy Suman book, but it was interesting seeing like a visualization like versus reading a book. So that's how I try and look at it. It was really good advice, I think, and we're going to apply it today. So even though it took a move, this square is simply a lot better than e2, right? It's c2, it's contesting the diagonal, take, and now I don't have this huge pressure point in my position. They do have a5 though, so they do they still get some good stuff happening, but it's not as good. You know, this versus this and the bishop there, because say I just keep on e2 and do whatever, they still would have got this in, right? So it's the same thing, slightly better for white. Or not a better position, but slightly not as bad, I'll say. And they drop their knight back. Well, we can't trade that, I would assume. So let's go back here to h2. Especially doubling up the pawns and like allowing d4 kind of. So that feels like a no. a5 I'm sure is getting played this next turn. The thing is now I can look for e4. So is it e4 or b3? That is the question. e4 or b3? I think b3 is better. Because I remember in the game I played against a national, it was on stream, against the NM, it was a rapid game. And it was not the exact same position, but the concept I think is the same. The computer really likes if you keep the tension or if they take. So for white, them taking is fine. But I'm not supposed to go up or take after going b3. An isolated pawn, yes, so not the perfect idea, and a backwards pawn. But the computer did like it for some reason, so we're going to trust the computer there. Rook over, rook here, and just defend. This seems hard to defend, though. They push. That makes it a little easier, maybe. It's no, like maybe not easier, but there's nothing that's not fixed. Like they can't push this too, right? They can only push once. So I know what's happening. Now we have a similar problem. Their bishop is really, really good. I'm going to slide over here to guard this. I almost was going to say go there, but no. You cannot do that. Rook slides over. Doesn't work. So maybe rook c2. They have a great position. Luckily, they can never go rook b8. Oh, they have to be careful, actually. They have to go, like, rook... Oh, what can they even do to guard that? I don't even think you can guard that. No, that doesn't work, though. Because I go here, and they go over, and you have a pin. Oh, they miss it. Let's double check, though. Yeah, let's go. We get some points back after that loss. We get some points back. All right, let's go through. 92.1%. So we got a bounce back game after that last game. We needed that. We needed a bounce back. That was a crazy. I could not get that loss out of my head. Usually, I can move to the next game, but that one, so many findable things missed. But let's look. I don't know they resigned though. That's not like game over, but they resigned. I went d4, and this is all theory for. Well, this is a mistake. b3 really. I have like a 5. Well, not a 5. Like a lead chess study. And h3 is a mistake though. Huh? You're supposed to go b3 instantly. Well, I thought this was theory. This first part is like I know you can play this, even though it's not like computer recommended. Like it's been played before. Did not know this was a good idea to not go h6. b3 is better because b3. I guess they can't sack the bishop now. Maybe I can explain that tactic. You can't even consider. I don't think I registered it when I was playing the game because I've seen it so much. So you can't take this because of queen x b2. What's going on, JVO? How you doing, bro? And then Roga. I've been playing chess about 13 years. But man, JVO, how you doing, man? How you doing? How's the rapid going? But why is it brilliant? Because it's a free piece, right? It's free, and you just can't take it because of qx b2 here. That's the issue there. But yeah, I didn't even say anything during the game because I've seen this so many times. They just like, oh, can't take that. Don't even cross the mind anymore. Let's see. Could be better. Hey man, you got any more over the board tournaments? I know when we first met, you said you got recently played like an over the board tournament. I think it's like a quad or something. Any other tournament since then? And then Austin, appreciate these likes. Closing in on 20,000. Yeah, they castle, we castle. Rook slides here to c8, 95. Take. Queen slides. Bishop back. And I was right. This is why I listen to Grandmaster. Sometimes you have to make a weird looking move to get on the best square. And he said it. I think his name is Simon. They do some very good coverage, him and his partner. I can't remember her name right now. On the Tide Still chess tournament. But take it off the board. Where can it be at? I thought here, so we go bishop d1. It is the best move there. Back into it, man. Let me know when you do. I have 2 tournaments this weekend. No regular rated, but one's Blitz and then one's Rapid. But it's with an international master. He's hosting it. So like you pay, it's more than a usual. Actually, it's not even that much more than a usual tournament, but a little bit more. And he goes over one of everyone's games. So I'm actually really excited for both tournaments because I get to have an IM critique me. But yeah, I go up here to a3. This is wrong. Taking the knight, I thought about for like a second. I just assumed it was wrong. But I did say my bishop's bad, so it makes sense when you think about it. Because this is not a good piece, which I acknowledged. And then a3. Yeah, a3 is right. You just have to take that first. Can you explain that bishop move? Do you mean bishop f5, or is it another bishop move? Do you mean the brilliancy? Is that what you're asking, Mace? What time? So, the Blitz tournament is 5 plus 0, and then the tournament with the IM is 24 minutes plus 5 seconds. Bishop f1. I think you mean bishop d1. Yes, I can explain that. But it's 24 plus 5. So you set it up. If for those who don't know USCF, a regular rated tournament starts at 20, maybe not starts, but 25 minutes plus 5 seconds. So the reason he did 24 plus 5, so you don't have the pressure, basically, but you still get to have the same type of time it starts. 2 p.m. for Blitz and I think 1 p.m. for the Rapid. But yeah, d1. Yeah, bishop d1. Yeah, no worries. So bishop d1, and you said explain it? Yeah, explain it. Okay. So the reason that bishop d1 is the best move, or why I played it at least, I'll say that, is because you can go bishop here. If you look at this position, there are 2 main issues. The first one, their bishop is here on this last square diagonal, right? That's the first issue. The second is you see the pawns are running down the board. So you have to stop both of them, but you can't allow both. If you can't stop both, stop one. And also, if I go here and bishop c2, you see now they don't have complete control. I can move freely on my side of the board, which is a huge issue if you don't do that. Yeah, take. Knight drops back. Let's see. 1 p.m. I am not able to live stream. I don't think I can live stream that one. I can't wait till I have a tournament where I can live stream it. Like, I think the U.S. Open, I'm probably going to play in that. And I would assume there's some type of coverage. What's going on, Southern? But yeah, I don't think I can stream that because it's like a private event. It's only allowed for 12 people. He said the first 12, and after that, it's kind of like you're out of luck. But yeah, whenever there is one, I will let you know. Because it was one I asked to record, but they said I can't record it. Like, I can't record it in a way like that, if that makes sense. I don't know. So, like, you could record it, but not stream it. Have you done that before? I saw that there's another streamer who does the tournaments. How do you do that? How do you get the boards unless you have a DGT? Because I assume, maybe that's probably how. They just have a DGT board. But yeah, back A5. B3. This is a mistake, really. Take. I thought that was a good move. So I betting between E4 and B3. But this is actually, I played the worst move, which is B3. Here. They go up, QB2, rook over. And I realized they can't even guard this, really. But I guess they don't have to guard it. Yeah, the computer's saying don't have to guard this. But they wanted to. And now, I don't even know why they resigned here. Because this is really not even that good. Like, they just move the queen or something. And then you just take and then you play the game. I guess here. Oh, that's how they have to go rook here. And then, whatever, take. And this isn't free. I would have kept playing that. But they resigned it. And we get the win. We'll take that. Let's see. You don't do it through GGT. I do it through camera feed. Oh, that's impressive. So do you play the moves yourself then? Like you look through the camera feed and you play what you see on the board? And who'd you do it for? Let's go. Here we get white again. Let's play the... Do I want to play the English to get better at it or play the London to cement it for the tournament? It's a good question. I think today, we'll play the English. Why not? Let's learn something new. Let's get better at something new. Let's go up G3. Bishop here. Knight's going to slide here to C... is it knight C3 or knight F3? I think it's knight F3. And then D4. And then knight C3. This is more like a queen's gambit, honestly. But different move order. Win a castle. And I'll go for the double fian kettle bishop setup. B3. But yeah, man. I know it's got to be a lot of tournaments. I know New York has a lot of FIDE rated. Because I'll be looking and I'm jealous. Because I can't... Where I'm at, there's not that many FIDE. It's mostly USCF. Yeah, we're looking to attack here. Nimzo Larson. I'm not going to lie. I don't even know. It was at B3 first. I think I saw Gotham Chess recap that. Is that what's the Nimzo Larson? So we can go E4 or Rook B1. I think Rook B1 so we can consider going D5. And we guard the bishop. Or at that point, you can just go Queen C2. It does the same thing. Yeah, it does the same thing guarding the bishop. Except now the rooks also communicate. So slightly better move, I think. They go here attacking. I may have missed that. They're going B5 instantly. Do I go E3 or E4? Take. I'm not sure, actually. Because you definitely shouldn't take. I'm sure you can't take. Let's just go here to... But E3, do you have to do that? Because going up doesn't do anything for you. I just play Rook E1. Let's go Rook E1. Take. And maybe like Rook B8. Oh, they push. Oh, I should have gone up so I could go here. But I'm not really worried about that. I thought they were going to take that. This is definitely a better outcome, I would say. Knight just back in E4 now and go knight E3. I didn't want to play E4 really. But the knight needs a square. So you have to go. May not have to go E4. But in my limited chess understanding, I only see this is a way to get that played. Here and then here or here first. Probably here first. Yeah. Because this is all good. And now we're looking to push up here to D5 on this next turn. And then Austin, appreciate all these likes. Bobby Fischer played it. But it is that B3. That's what you're referring to. And they go... Don't know why I didn't think they would do that. You could have just done that. I don't know why I did that. I could have done that the move before and then 93. And the same thing happens. So what was I thinking? I don't know. Push, take, 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 take. So you would have to bring another rook in the game to push. But still, if you have to do all that, like, that doesn't feel that good. Queen e2, probably. Yeah. For them to have such limited piece play, it really feels like they're on the 6th rank, and I'm on the 4th. I feel like they're dictating what's happening, though, because you really can't do this. There's that pen on your queen. And with this, I thought this was bad or not good. Maybe it's not that bad. And I'll have to say I was wrong there. Sliding over feels pointless, though, because then you still couldn't push because the queen's in front. So push, take, take, oops. Push, and then take, 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 take. Oh, I guess the knight could still take first. Oh, no, you could do this. You could do this. Oh, but no, then you're... Okay, so you'd have to go here then. But this doesn't work. Yeah, you just can't push yet. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm learning. Pushing wouldn't make sense with white. Because, yeah, you can't. If you go here, they take. Take. I saw why you couldn't a second ago, and I lost it. But I trust the version of me that just saw it, and you can't push yet. I decided up some more before we can go for an attack. But our queen's here. We're down a lot, though. They're moving very fast. How am I doing? I'm doing all right today. Doing all right today. Can't complain about anything. I'm just excited for the tournaments I have this weekend, to be honest with you. So I'm in a pretty good mood. I can't wait to... I don't think I'll play I don't think he's playing in it. But man, I'm excited to get some feedback. And then Blitz tournament's always fun because there's no pressure about trying to get a title from it. So that always makes it a little more fun. Take, take, take. Okay, maybe now you can push. Here. Oh, what if they go up? No, they can't go up. Here, take, 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 take. Yeah, you can push now. At first you couldn't push. Now you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. They only have 4 attackers. I have 4 defenders. Yeah, we're fine. I should have done that count before I pushed it, but I just... You could kind of tell it was enough. Here. Wait. Capture. 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 Capture, capture. They could go, yeah, e5. But now this is a backwards pawn. And now we're going to reroute. Oh, they could go f5, though, man. You see how you could get a good piece. But f5. Stopping it. We're down 3 minutes, though. Cluttered games. They can be mine as well. This is not loving what we have right here. They have this weakness, but how do you get to it? No dark square bishop, no knight outpost. It feels and their knight can slide in here too. This feels difficult to play. You could go up, they push. Like, can you sack anything? Can I get a knight to guard this square? That's probably the most important thing. If I get a knight here, maybe feel a little bit better. But now they're looking to break in. So I might just have to go f4, which seems so bad. But if you allow them to break with their rook, that's worse. That's gotta be worse. Has to be worse. So they go f4. We're down 3 minutes. This position is definitely favoring black now. I thought this would be a bad position. But how are you doing, Southern? How did your first couple streams go? And what did you do in your first couple of streams? I think I asked before. I think you said you played games, but I don't remember 100%. Or you played it against your viewers. But we go up here, looking to counter in the center. But dude, after this, it's like, ah. And the time. Knight here. They're debating between taking, pushing, and knight c5, and they push. I almost want to just take this and just call it a day. Like, take that. You got me. You got me. Honestly, though, what else can you even do? Like, you're gonna have to sack this eventually, I feel like. But maybe we can wait a second and not just throw the game away. Let's go here. Setting up here. Before I just quit. They have this check, but I'm probably gonna go King H1 preemptively. So they can't pin me. Oh. Well, they can't do it anyways now. So knight up. Hopefully I play fast enough they don't consider that. But it's looking like they're calculating, unfortunately. They know they have to guard this. I wonder if they just go here. That would be an interesting counter. I just go King H1 though. King H1. At some point I'm going to have to sack. Is what I'm realizing. And get those two pawns off. I just have to do it in a way that gives me some type of counter attack. Knight drops. Okay, here. Again, you have to speed up to some extent. And it's no longer a target there. Which is the whole premise of the sack. Oh, now you can't sack. Okay. Well, if you can't sack, we're just going to have to go back then. And go here to E3 and play defense. And then here. 3 minutes left. The rook slides over. Alright, knight up. We're blockading. That's what we're doing. The knight can slide in. But after rook over, there's really nothing. So it's kind of just a draw. They could try and break. They lift their rook up. I was wanting to go here. Like, what does that do exactly? I don't see anything it does. This bishop could probably be better used on F1. Like, going here, there's that fork, and that pen is useless. Going here is also, like, just as useless. There's nothing you could do once they just slide over. Like, you're kind of just waiting for that to happen. Maybe H3. They slide over anyways, yeah. This is why I was not super inclined to do that in the first place. Or definitely want to keep this knight here, that's for sure. This knight's not guarding anything, though. Well, maybe this knight is stopping this knight from moving. Oh, he can just zigzag. I have no other play. I'm just defending here. This is guarding this. This is guarding this. Just have to play defense. I have 3 minutes left. They're up 3 minutes. They've kept the time pressure. King slides over. I mean, they're looking to push. I don't know if you can push, though. We have too many pieces. Yeah. Even if they get in there, it's not really that bad. You just go back. I'm not going to waste too much time on these moves. Thing is, rook here, rook here. Let's see. Once they make a change in the status quo, we'll start calculating. But for now, they're just avoiding that being a fork. The issue is if I go there anyways, like the rooks are also just cut off. That's a secondary problem. There's no sacrifice that makes sense for me. I think simply... Okay, I see. Well, this is a fork. So we're going to go up here guarding this. To not lose the game. That's the main function of going king here. We don't want to lose. At some point, I would like to push their knight. Is there any way to break? I'm not seeing one, really. If they push the pawn, the knight hangs. So they can't do that. We're down 3 minutes. Oh, wait. Take. Yeah, I think they made a mistake, but I didn't find it in time. Okay, rook. If they go back here, I think knight takes would have worked. Oh, man, yeah. They lift up. Wait, that doesn't even matter anymore. The queen slides up. You can't slide back. Yeah, dude, what am I doing? What am I doing? Just go back and forth, dancing back and forth. There's just nothing to do. Like, I can't move this knight. I shouldn't move this knight so this knight doesn't move here. We're down time, so even if I wanted to calculate, which I really would prefer to calculate, there's nothing that would make sense to spend time on and just get down even more. Alright, they left their pawn forward. Okay. Okay. I don't know where to go. Is there anywhere I can put my pieces? 18 seconds to do the same thing. But I just don't see what to do. If they break, we take. Alright, they're signing their king. Their rook over. Is there some way to kick their knight out the way? Can I sack? Take? No, I don't think you can sack. Can you look here? Go here. Because now the knight is guarded by itself. And they can't really push. Oh, they can push. Oh, and we have to go up then. And if they go in, take, and then we reroute this knight here. Do the same thing. Capture. Okay. This is not what I wanted to do, but I think you have to. And then queen up maybe, and then rook over, and then we blockade again. But a minute left. We spent too much time playing the same moves and spending time finding it. Like, it's easier said than done. Like, I'm criticizing myself, but it's like, you don't want to just go back and forth and randomly, oh, there's checkmate. So I've thought it through each time I've done it. Here, although it looks like I may not have had to do that. Rook slides over and then bishop back. A minute 18 left to 4 minutes. Yeah, gotta treat it closer to a blitz game now. If it's wrong, it's wrong. You can't. I have to move though. Oh my god, they're making mistakes, dude. You could go there. I think that's 2 tactics I missed now. Trying to speed up. Yeah, there's just a fork and you could take. The funny thing is, I don't even know if that helps me. Because, no, that would have to help me. Because you go back and, yeah. Here, here. Okay. Knight up. We're going to take on a5 and jump back instantly. But that's the thing, though. If I maybe I can't take. Because if you take... Oh, I'll just say bishop back, you take bishop. Okay. Okay, yeah. Take. They go back, you would take. Take just back. 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 I like queen here, but their rook's now guarding it. But knight back here in the center. Alright, we have some life, and we're only down... We're down less than 2 minutes now. It was down... We're down like 4 or 3. We have to keep winning the move times spent to end the game off. Because obviously we're still down a decent amount. Yeah, knight c6. Almost pre-movable. I'm not because they could play knight in. Exactly. Yeah, they could play knight in. Which makes it not pre-movable. I think you go up to still guard that square. And then maybe here, then down. Well, first you have to save the knight. So knight here next turn. Unless they go back, which you would take. But bishop down, rook over, you're attacking the knight. Okay, we've got to about a minute 10. It was just 3 minutes, so we're trending in the right direction. But we have to maintain it, though. That's the thing. And if they play something complex, how do you maintain it? But definitely knight c6 on the next turn. Here, here. Even there, because now the knight's not there babysitting this square. Here. I almost forgot where my piece is supposed to go. We go here. Guarded by... And now queen up would attack something. You see, it's down to not a minute anymore. They slide over. Yeah. I would like to go to an end game. Let's go for that. Knight guards. Okay, about 50 seconds now. Take, take. Cool. I think the hard part... I don't know, though, because they do have this passer still. Knight up feels like a move. Like, I need to go... Oh, they stopped that. So back to attack the bishop. or the knight maybe. But they're pushing up is the problem. I can't really stop that. And then knight here on the next turn to attack. You see the time is about 20 seconds now. They're feeling the pressure because they're down material. They were up a lot. If I just keep the pace up like this, the good thing with h4, when I played it I was hesitant, but they can't go g5. And now you can't go there. Okay, still gotta play fast. Over. I'm going to attack the knight. They go back. 54 seconds. We're still down on time. Like, we've turned it around, but I can't sit and calculate forever. Alright, here. That's guarded now. And then knight up probably next. Like, this is still so hard to play. We're going to go here. Oh, wait. They're going to win it, but I can't. I have to move. At some point... Oh, I'm thinking they can go knight there. They cannot do that. $40 seconds left. The time is basically even, so it's about bullet play now. I just have to make practical choices. Like, now the rook's over, gotta have to give up something to move fast enough, I feel like. Back. They can't push. That's the great thing. There are no pawn breaks whatsoever. That's the one thing we did when we had little time. Down those 3 minutes. We made it so they can't have an easy pawn break. This accuracy is going to be horrible. I saw some missed tactics, but you have to win the ugly-looking games, too. I think rook over. Yeah, now we're up on time. Just have to hold on to it. Over. 7 seconds left. Yeah, I think I can take a deep breath now. They drop back. Oh, I say that and they... Oh, a fork. Okay. Well, just over then. If they go here, we take. But there's points down. Okay, we win the game. All right, let's see the game review. The accuracy, I'm sure, was not good. But we still get the win there. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, bro? The rating grind. It's going good. We've gained, what, 20 points so far on stream. So we're hitting, almost at 2,200 here. You did, you have to do 240 push-ups on stream this week. That's... Shout out to you. I don't know if I'd do that. I'd take my loss. Well, I guess you did promise it, though. Fair enough. Well, I reviewed this game. Yeah, I reviewed this game for sure. Appreciate that, John. Do I play... And Macy, I will review this. Do I play viewers? So, I don't play viewers on this stream, but I have 3 types of streams. So, I do a puzzle stream, this stream, which is rating grind, and then viewer tournament. So, yesterday was a viewer tournament. So, it'll be in not the next stream, but 2 streams from now. We'll have that happen again. Yeah, appreciate that, crew. Fast game. I do blitz towards the end of the stream, but that's closer to when I know I'm hopping off. I'll stay with rapid for now, but it will be some quicker games for those who like the faster chess. We play the English. I'm learning this to play it in more classical tournaments. I played it one time, and I drew a master with it, but it was not because I played the opening right. So we're still learning some stuff. They make it an accuracy with e6. Knight f3 is what I play, but d4 is better. Honestly, I didn't think of d4 until I played d4. And even here, I was about to go knight c3. I'm like, well, d4 is better. Yeah, d4 on the 3rd move, or 4th move instead of what I did. Let's go here. I appreciate all those likes there. From Dino and from Austin. Congratulations on that, Dino. Did you start your stream yet? I shouldn't hear you calculate. I'm glad you're enjoying. And Aaron, glad you guys are getting something from this. Your candidate master title. Oh, I don't know if I'm quite CM yet, but hopefully one day. But I've played... Well, CM takes... You need a specific norm. I can probably hit 2,000 because I'm only 30 away from that. But you have to do good in a lot of tournaments. But I'm hoping to get a title sometime in the next 3 or so years. But yeah, Rav, how would you end on stream for Blitz? We castle for safety. They castle b3, bishop b2, queen c2. I thought that was better. So I was debating between queen c2 and rook b1 for those who were here at that part. And I thought that the different... Well, they do the same thing in guarding the bishop. And this is probably still an okay move, yeah. But this way makes a little more sense because now the rooks are communicating. So it's like a slight thing that I did, but it is a little better. They go b5. I go rook over. Rook d1 instead, really. I was a bit unsure what to play here, but I knew it was a rook move, just the wrong square. They go up. Yeah, I was like, why did they not take? I was fully expecting a take, and they have this open B file. Pushing I was more than okay with. I go knight back here. I saw knight a4. The reason you can play it is because they can't attack it, obviously. I just assumed that having no escape square wasn't a good thing. That's a bad assumption, clearly. That's why I didn't do it. So I go knight back here to d1 instead. e4. This one's kind of easy to see. Like, if your knight's here, you don't want to go knight here, right? This is... You probably can play this, which is a funny thing. Yeah, you can. But it makes more sense to not block a pawn up, so I instead go for e4. Yeah, the knight's going to jump here. They go c... This is a mistake? No way this is a mistake. I spent a while calculating. Wow, c5 is the move. So c5, queen slides, take, e5? Oh, yeah, knight c4. Okay, that makes sense, actually. Sometimes you see and you're like, oh, I would not have found that. But that does make sense. They slide the rook over. Still, bro. I miss c5. That's hard to see, man. Like, it's findable, yeah, but, man. I'm just thinking there's no point after this, right? But you just bind. I'm not used to playing a bind type of system, so I got to get that in my mind that you can just play that and have a space advantage. Usually I'm playing black, and white has a space advantage. I'm used to maneuvering with little space. So now I'm playing a different opening. I got to get used to me being the one who just takes the space advantage. But I take here first. Assuming they make a mistake, like here, and then they... This is like a really dumb idea. But maybe if they mess up and I get the knight, it probably wouldn't have happened. But I at least set it up, and I was going to take both pieces anyway. So at least this way. Why does that make sense to me? Knight c4? Oh, let's go back to it. I think you mean knight c4. So here, and then here. Take, knight c4. So this makes sense to me. Because the idea is, one, you're attacking the queen, so they have to drop back. If you look at their structure, it's not that sound. Like, yeah, this is not an isolated pawn, or really a backwards pawn. But it's not yet on c5. You can reroute, I assume, here to e3, and then bring your rook over, and you're targeting it. Because it's on an open file, and the knight's just on a very active square. And the closer to the 6th rank you are, the better the piece. So this knight is better than this knight, right? So this is, you're on the 4th rank, you're exerting some pressure on some... Not really key squares. I'd say these are kind of key squares. Like, important squares for them. And they can't really... Could they push, though? Maybe it's not... Can they push? If you go bishop c1, they go c5. I don't think... Can they? No, there's this. Yeah, I didn't think they could push. I didn't see that, though. It felt it'd be wrong. But yeah, that's why I'm thinking it's a good idea. Is my bullet higher? Yeah, my bullet is 2361 as of now. I dropped from my peak, but I'm trying to climb back up to it. Yeah, we slide over. They go h6. As mentioned, take, and now they go e5. I knew this was a draw, and then I mess up, I think. They go here, f4. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, it is just a draw the whole time then. Well, we have blunders and mistakes, but this position, despite it looking like it's better for black because of this pawn here, it's just a blockade. They can't stop. I drop back. They could sack. Oh, duh. Here, and then here, then here. I missed that idea. And no problem, Dunkadu. I missed that idea. They did too. Neither of us saw it. And we go knight d4. I slide over g4. I was not looking to push whatsoever. You could see how you're not thinking of this, right? I was like, let me just keep the status quo. Knight back, knight up. g4. Why is this? I want to see why this is good. g4 if they take. Oh, maybe because this is an isolated pawn, essentially, right? This is not isolated because there's a pawn on the d file, but because I have a pawn on d5 with an unbreakable pawn chain supporting it, this is now essentially isolated. That's what I would assume. But I don't even consider g4 for once in this. Like, I didn't even think about it. They slide over. Oh, spoiled it a little bit if you weren't here when it played. But I instead go here. Up. And I think, yeah, I realized it after I go rook here, but you could have just taken this. And then if take, you take. And I assume they can't just take back this way. So you go here. If they take, you take. And then this is hanging because you have two attackers. Oh, they could go here, then here, then here, though. Oh, no, you could go g4. And that should be good. No, this is wrong. You instead have to do what? You have to take. No, you do take with the knight. And then rook over, right? Oh, maybe bishop. Oh, check. Oh, checkmate. Ah, that's why it works. Okay. It's checkmate at the end. That's a cool one. But I didn't see that until after. I missed the checkmate, but I didn't see the attack till after. They dropped back as they saw it here. And you see the time. So some of these moves, I'm like, I just gotta move. H4 you have to play in my mind. You're stopping any G5 breaking. You'll see later in the game, it actually kind of wins it for me. When we're both low on time, they have no pawn breaks. And if they can't continue their attack and trying to defend, and that is where I'm able to flag them there at the end. So I take, they take, king drops, queen e3, over, knight attacks rook. We take the free pawn, we have that fork there. And despite being up, like, queen trade I knew was not right, I'll say. I knew that was not the right idea, but I'm down 50 seconds. I thought you could sack at some point. I didn't fully calculate it. It just seemed like with the battery, it's too good. But a long time, sometimes you make a practical choice. Take, and here. What I'll say though, Grandmasters could probably find this in 6 seconds. I spend 6 seconds, so in that time, I want to get to the point where I can just see that. But in 6 seconds, I'm like, I'm gonna stop calculating, just trade the queens off. Take, and here. So this point is just like flagging. There's nothing too interesting happening. Only thing I'll say is back to a draw. Anything interesting? Not really. Yeah, like at this point, we're both just making moves, I'll say. This is the last point where something could have been done. If you don't see it, it's because you can take this here, and then if they take, you take this checkmate. So they have to instead go here, which is also... Wait. Oh, you take... Wait. Here, and then they go here, check. Which is also still losing after king h2, I'm guessing. Or bishop f1. Can you not go here? You can, yeah. Whatever it is, they're still losing the game because you're down that minor piece. But alright, so this next one, sitting at 2170. Probably with the black pieces after white back-to-back. No, 3 straight games, okay. Well, we just played the English. We did our due diligence. Let's play something we'll be playing in the tournaments this weekend and go for the London system. I'll play the English as well in the Blitz, though. We'll see how much I do. Yo, appreciate the raid, Sally. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. We're just doing some raided play today. Trying to grind out some rapid, as you can see here. C5. Do we get to play this theory? Are you a chess streamer as well? I would assume so. We go knight here to c3. And then knight b5. I think. Here. And for the message reaction, I'm probably slower than usual. But when I'm playing, I try to look at the chat as much during the game so that I don't see a move. But I do try and catch up to all the messages like after the game. What age did I start playing chess? I started playing when I was 5. I still remember getting cooked in the kitchen by my dad. It was... he just kept doing the scholar's maid on me. I did not understand it. It took quite some time for me to get how to stop it. But yeah, he just kept doing like here and here. And he kept doing that on repeat. Yeah, they go queen here to b6. I think... I don't know. Yeah, I'm a lot better than him now. It's he talks about it like he can't beat me anymore in chess there. Huh. Here, up. What if I go here and she goes here, though? Because that would be... But then you can't go queen c... I think you have to go here. Because you can't go queen c1 instantly. They could just take... Yeah, and now you go back. This is like the same game we just played. Yeah, this is the exact same game. This is the other one. And then knight f6, h6, it is literally the same game. h6 we saw was a mistake, though, I think. Oh, yeah, because I play h6. It's a different move order, I think. There's no e-pawn pushed. That's the difference, I think, there. And if these likes Austin, they go up here. Oh, they're setting up e5. Huh. Not a response I'm used to. Let's go here. Interesting. I usually don't see that. Okay. Bishop e2. And then h3. Okay, we have to drop back. They're attacking. They're playing very aggressive here. Huh. This has got to be bad for me. What did I do that was so wrong out the opening? I don't know. Like, I've played this opening before, and I'm not seeing f6. I don't think I responded to it correctly. Let's go up here. Yana Pomishi. Man, I wish he was in the candidates this year. I've been watching him. Like, I want to see him win. He needs the world championship, man. Some heartbreaking losses there. Yeah, this game I might have a heartbreaking loss myself. Maybe not heartbreaking, but a loss. What do you do against this? G5, H5, F6. It's just a lot of pawn put. And Ilya, appreciate these likes. I'm almost at 32,000 there on TikTok. Much appreciated. Ilya and Austin, you guys are both sending in a lot of likes there. But yeah, we go here at H3. We're trying to stop for progression. I mean, that's the idea, at least you would think. And we're trying to stop that. Bishop E2, Knight D2. Well, I don't really want to castle that side. Man, I'll have to see after the game because I have no idea how to play against this. I feel like a similar thing to the game I played, Bishop D1. Okay, they push back for sure. And like here, here, here. That's a long run, but how else do you do it? Like, look at this, dude. This is bad. This is bad. Here, like they're gonna push, take. I don't know, here, up, take, take. This is an amazing counter. There must be something that I can't. Is it dubious? I don't know. I've seen it before, and I've lost before. I don't have a perfect response yet. We're going to look after this game, whether win or loss, and see how to play against it a little bit more. Oh, that releases some tension, though, I'll say. Okay, okay. I'm not sure why they did that, because they were definitely winning if they just... They're not winning, but positionally dominant if they do something else there. They're looking to push. I honestly take rook takes, queen up, I may just castle that. I may just castle that way. If we capture this pawn here, because pushing up first, or you could just push though. The bishop's bad, but you just drop and then drop. I don't think they can win it. Can they keep it? Here, here, and back. We'll see in a second. I don't know if they can keep the pawn there though. Oh, they could go e5 now though. Maybe that's what I missed. Yeah. That's definitely what I missed there. Okay. Well, still. Back. This is not how an opening should go. If they push despite looking weird, I'd rather just play that line out and they don't open up the position. They just go in. It's a enemy we can play against for sure, and then just f3. But if they take, it becomes a lot harder, I feel like. I'm hoping, please, please don't take. Just go e4, take the space. I'd rather play less space. We're going to have to see this game, because it should not look like this 16 moves in. I'll say that's not how chess should go. But e4, knight g1. And then it's like, is it that bad? The castle queen side. Alright. Let's go up. Setting up my castle. Queen c1. So 0-0-0 can be played. And Ilya, appreciate all these likes. Take. maybe here. Maybe go queen c2 first here. Because now that that happens, like, what can you even do? Capture rook over. Bishop up. And then knight takes. I can do knight takes first, though. So then if knight takes, this pawn takes. And you can go bishop here. Takes. Takes. And bishop e2. This is weird, man. But do you even castle? Knight slides. Okay, up. F3 for certain. Oh, they can go back. I missed that somehow. They can just go there. Yeah. And then up. Getting out the way. We can castle now, though. Because you're not castling through check. But g4, bishop back. And you're looking to win that back. But maybe king safety is more important. We'll see, we'll see. King safety, yeah. But maybe I should go king safety first. Because sooner or later, they'll get that rook on e8. And I'll be like, yeah, why did I not get my king to safety? I can already hear that being said by me. My only thing is it safe to just go king f2 at this point? Oh, cannot do that. Cannot do that. Because of g4. Check, attack the bishop. And we're going to take this here. And then, the funny thing is it even winning still? I don't know. Is it even winning? Okay. Castle. There. Okay, here. Now they don't have that bishop. This is guarding this. If they go over, you can go rook here and bishop up. Maybe bishop up so you're attacking that at the same time. But then here, here, take here, and then rook over. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. Okay. We survive out of the opening. An ugly opening for sure. But it doesn't matter. It's how the game continues after bad play. And we've got the better so far. Rook over to guard this. I almost want to sack, take, here, take, rook takes. But I'm up a piece though, so that's probably not a good idea. Let's go here to a3. Stopping bishop coming in at all. I want less pieces around my king. And give me a move or two and we're fine. But that's the thing, these next two moves are the most important for them. If they can get meaningful pressure in the next two, it's not going to be easy to play the rest of the way. Let's see, but I can't wait to review this though, because it's just because of the tactic. The opening play was still bad. They slide over. Here. You're guarding, you're attacking. I want to play here, but my rooks aren't connected. But they can't even guard this though. They can just push. And maybe try and have me trade, but here, knight takes, here, queen takes, here, rook takes. That doesn't feel correct. They could just push. I wonder if they do that. That would be a pretty cool idea if they find that. They don't find that, but they find an equally interesting one. Take. Alright. Captures. Captures. We would have to just push. Takes, takes. Because we need to take this. Like, we can't let that stay there forever. Right, but we're attacking the knight, so it's an initiative. And then take, that's another initiative because this knight's here. 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 And then take this somehow. Probably with the bishop. I would prefer to take that with the bishop, I'm sure. Yeah, so the... And then like king b1. Oh no, rook takes so we can take... No, I don't want to take the pawn on c4 though. Not really. Like, you want to at some point, but right now it's guarding for rook c8 not to be a winning tactic for them. Let's see. Take... Oh, I don't think they can go knight g3. But not really. Oh, they know they can. Oh, they take that instead. I missed that entirely. Yeah, and they have that fork at the end. Not fun. That's fun. Let's just slide out the way. I know we can't take this yet, but I mean, you can't. If you take that, there's that 92 at the end. So it doesn't even matter. Sometimes you just have to play the position in front of you, and that's not a possibility. The thing is, they can't move their queen out the way to guard this. They go up instead. That makes sense, because they can't move the queen there. Let's go. Knight takes. Attacking the queen. And opening up this. Taking the knight there. I think that's winning. They slide over. Queen takes here. So you're plus a knight, and they can't even slide because you would take and win the game. Alright, we're up on time as well. Let's see, we could... They take with check. Takes. Now the question is where to put our bishop. Here? We need both pieces involved to stop this here. Because it is on h2. If that's gone, done. We've won the game. But right now, we haven't won the game yet. They still have chances, clearly. So we have to be careful here. Alright, king up. But after this, I think it's hard. Alright, rook d2. You're pressuring, they'd have to slide over. They lift. Yeah, we're not going to fall for that one. Let's go up here. And we should be able to take this at some point. And Austin, appreciate all these likes. We're closing in on 38,000 there on TikTok. Yeah, rook d2, they lift it. Let's go. I don't know. They resign. I was taking some time to calculate, but they just resigned the game. I think what I would have... Over the game, I think I would have played either 95. I was trying to get this, but this doesn't work. They just take. I wonder what they saw they were going to resign. But 2 pieces a minute, I probably would have won that game. But the opening was horrible, yeah. So f6, blunder. Why is it a blunder this time? Take, take. 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 Queen here. Yo, is the queen trapped? Insane, insane. They go up. You take. What if they take this? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just not seeing that. I'm not even mad at that. I'm not gonna see that line. I'll stick with my idea of not taking. Here. This is all right. What? This is literally all right. So where did I mess up then? Here, back, up, back. Take. You have to take. Okay, so that's the thing. You have to take here. I thought rook takes was just winning, no? Queen c2 and then just queenside castle, huh? But if they go at e6, that I was worried about, sort of. Oh, queen in. Didn't see those counter tactics. But instead of them making the mistake, let's see if they go e5, which I thought was winning. b3, and you're just fine. The computer is nuts, man. White is better. Who would have guessed white is better without an eval bar in this position? That's absurd. Like, how would you have known that? I have no idea. Who would have ever known that? But yeah, you're apparently better here. Or I was apparently better. You just play b3. But yeah, that's that game. Let's go to the next one. Insane game. Finally, we get black. Yeah, we had 3 straight white games. I'm not surprised. We get black here. Alright. Knight f3. Knight f6 here. Petrov's defense. Oof, 2 knights. Please don't play d4. They do. I'll say this is not something I am extremely knowledgeable in yet. But we're learning on the job. Take... What if they push? Take... Okay, d6. I've got this line more times than not. Alright, let's go d6 and then just here, here, and then here, and whatever. The 4 knights is a newer concept, or it is a new concept to me. Because I play the Petrov. I used to only play d6, but I guess I knew when I first played it that d6 was actually wrong, and I was lazy. And now we're learning how to play knight c6, which is the best response to knight c3. Because d6 is truly not that good of a response. Here, I feel like I like that. Take, and then e5 maybe. And Ilya and Aust appreciate these likes, and I agree. From human perspective, probably not even. I think it's easier to play with their side there. They slide. Up. Huh. Did I blunder? Because if you go here, push. Or here, push. Knight down? I think I did make a mistake. They can just push up now. They don't. Okay, let's slide out the way. No more pin. No more pin. And can we just get an e5 in? There you go. No, they get an e5 in. Knight here, take, take, take. So we can't do that. We have to drop our knight back, actually, to get out the way. I'm guessing bishop e6 is a mistake. If I were to guess now, I think that's not the right move. Take, take, and we have a complete imbalance. I have an E and D, they'll have a C and a F, or a C and a F. But yeah, capture, capture, knight c7, rook c8. And we're aiming down here on the C file, capture. We don't want to isolate our pawn here, that's why we take back. With not much thought there. No need for an isolated pawn there. They slide their queen over. Okay. Now the question is how to play it from here. Alright. Up feels like the move. But this is also weak. They're both so weak. Whereas, like, what do you actually play? They're both weak. I think here first, the knight has to get active for sure. Guarding that square, guarding that square. Key squares. And then now we can consider going over. And then bringing b6 so they can't win that on a6, a7 I mean. Let's see. They slide over. This is also kind of why I was like, if they go there to triple attack, you can just take. Up probably works. Or do I go... But that's the thing, you can't bring this rook over. This bishop here is attacking a7. So up, if they just go c4, take, and I want to go rook here so they can't do that. Rook over? Yeah. I think I can't play scared. You have to play that. Having them on the 6th rank just sitting there waiting to get attacked is not going to work. B6 can be played whenever it's time. But if they go C4, rook F, D8, take, getting the isolated pawn in the center. It's probably the best thing we could do. And then B6 at some point. They slide over, rook F, D8, or here. I think here, though. Or bishop here first, you can attack. They can't lift up, so let's go here. On the diagonal, they lift here. And then B6 at some point. And we've wrapped it around where it's not too bad of a position. Let's see. Alright, we can go B6 on this next turn probably. Looking to stop. Oh, and they're running down the board. Perfect. So here, so our rook can move freely. Queen drops back. Up here, up here. Looking to go. Now, these pawns on E6 they were targets are now on the 5th rank. Uh-oh. I saw that and missed that they just win it. Yeah. I missed that completely. Take, and now my bishop's hanging. Like, I saw them line up, and I just assumed it was fine. Tough, tough, tough. Well, nothing you can do about it now. Let's go up here. And we're down this pawn here on the king side. We're going to try and open up the position a little bit more with d4. Of course, always safety first. Alright, we're up here with this pawn chain on the dark squares. We're down on time. They're up that pawn there, h6. We missed that tactic. We're looking to maybe break forward and get this here. Take. And then we're going to take this. I don't want to trade anything else off because we're down. We do get this isolated pawn at least. Well, not at least. We're not happy it's isolated. We're happy because we can push this forward. Obviously, the isolated part is not a benefit, but we can lift our pawn up. And then slide here, maybe. Oh. Well, they take care of that for me. Can't slide there just yet. Let's go up. We're looking to attack there. We're looking to go here and then here. So rook up and then rook d8. They lift their pawn forward there. Queen in. Queen in. We can set up a tactic going bishop here. If they take check. And the idea is go here and then here. I like that idea. It's a few moves of calculation, I think, to then allow this. But they just go up here, we have to retreat. Like if they go here, realizing it, then this wouldn't really work after that. Yeah, they realized the idea. They are not easily fooled, it seems. Capturing is pointless. Going here is kind of pointless. Take. Rook takes. So if you go here, say they capture, I would capture back. But then queen up. And now you can't take on h3. So let's just drop back to here or here. Probably to here. And then rook d7, rook over. And then appreciate all these likes we're getting. We're closing in on 43,000 on TikTok. Very much appreciate it. Yeah, RD7, RD8, and perfect. We're down 2 minutes, though. I can't believe I dropped h6. It would have been a fun game if we don't drop h6, man. That's a big drop. That's a very big drop. Oh, they moved their rook forward. Okay. think you can go in. How do you guard that? Oh, wait. No, here and then here. Oh, then they could go there. I get it. Now they can just go there because up their rook slides. Or their bishop just slides. So we're going to lift our rook and go rook here on the next turn, probably. Because they can just go king g2, bishop check, bishop blocks. Bishop check, bishop blocks. Take, rook takes. They've realized it. And they played it. Here, here. Rook up. And we need to bring this rook over here to f8. Or to d8. But the idea is to do something. Get this rook active. Their rooks are active. They're helping. Mine are not. The one good thing is their queen can't slide over to one of these squares. So we know that they can't suddenly get in the game because we're attacking that. Because only these squares could slide out the way of the attack and guard the rook. And they can't do both. But yeah, rook f8 feels like an easy move to play next. They attack our bishop. They sort of realize the stakes here. Check, bishop moves. So bishop moves, they move. Take, take. I can't do that. Like, I just can't do that yet. I have to go back. But then their rook slides over, yeah. G5, what a find by them. Might just go bishop e5. Bishop e5. Bishop here. Bishop here. But then here, 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 they could take. And there's no discovered check because the bishop's guarding the diagonal. This is something. Capture, capture. And then if you go back, rook over. Take, take. I think you have to go back though, if I'm going to keep the attack. Can't trade that off. I don't think so. We have to go back here to e7. Because anything else you're losing, I'm sure. It's been 1:14, so that's a lot of time calculating that. But bd6, rook f8, rook d8 are all the next few moves I'm considering. Oh, man. Bishop d6. No, rook f8. Because they go rook d4. They slide over check. Okay. Out the way. Surely. Have to go out the way. And they can't slide here because of the pin, right? That's what I missed at first. But they're guarding this pawn now. With everything they have. Yo, Dino, appreciate the huge donation there we got on TikTok. We got a super heart. Thank you very much for the support. Liber as well. Liber and Trey. I'm sorry, I missed both of your donations. You guys probably saw I'm sure I was calculating. But yeah, thank you guys for those donations on TikTok. Thank you very much. We're almost at 50,000 likes as well. Definitely the highest I've got on TikTok by far. 50,000. I think the highest we got maybe like 38,000 or something before, but I don't think we hit 40 before. We're about to hit 50,000 likes there. Thank you very much for that and the donations. Man, we slid out the way of the rook on this H file. We're looking to go F8 or D8. They're calculating, man. This is just hard position for both sides. Their queen just can't get involved. That's the problem. Their rook's too weak. Here they go there, so that's why I like rook F8. Well, their rook slides over. But now only one attacker of this pawn, so maybe for the best on my end. Oh, is it here, though? I don't see much else. We go here. Bishop d6 now. And then here. Here. Take, take. Such a weird position. Oh, what if you go here, though? Here? Oh, then the bishop falls. Okay. So up. We're down 30 seconds. We gotta speed it up some if we want to try and get a win here. Because we can't lose on time. They're looking to exchange here on d6 if they take, take. Alright, we're down 20 seconds. This is almost unguardable. They can go king back, I guess. They can. Okay. You can't triple up. Where do you go? Where do you go? Where do you go? Don't know if it's the best move, but it keeps my pieces on the board. And, well, time, that's the best I could come up with. We can go back on the next turn to guard it some more. There has been some, like, sneaky way in. But for now, that's what we have. Alright, equal on time now. We just gotta outplay them on the clock. They're up this pawn still. We made it a very difficult up a pawn to convert. Oh, that's the wrong rook. Oh, no, you can't even lift... Oh, no, you can't even lift that rook up. Yeah, you have to go this rook over. If this is the plan. Because there's that check. And then here, and then rook here. I'll just have to reset, I guess. Because here, back. Yeah, that's... Oh, they go... They drop. Guarding this still. And then bring this rook and go over. That's waste. That's a waste of time. Dude, how did I do that? But, alright, this is the position. We've kept pressure with this pawn here on the d file. Rook d8. We're attacking here. But if you take, they can get this open file as well. That makes it... Is it even worth it? I wonder. Alright, rook up, rook check. So you have to slide this rook and then replace it. If I just go rook c6, the position's so much easier to play. But we still have a chance. You see their time's dwindling. They're down a minute. And then Ilya and Austin appreciate these likes. Hopefully we can hold on here. Rook d8. 20 seconds left. Time is too low, I think. Over. Eight seconds left. They have to get a mate, so they have to do something quick. 1 second, they just accept it. They go up. And 0.1 seconds left. Let's throw them off, and we get the win. All right, let's see the game review. That was crazy. What's going on, Falcon? It was difficult, and Bruce, appreciate the sub. It was difficult for both sides, man. The accuracy, really low, really low. It's not too much to go over here. But we get the win. We get the points for it. So sometimes that's all you could say. But yeah, very bad opening. So you can't take the knight as a mistake. Because actually, bishop here is the book move. Okay. Bishop b4, they take. And then you take with bx c6. If they push, queen e7. If they go queen e2. Knight d5. Interesting, interesting. You could sack the exchange and pin with bishop. Was the check on e8 too good? Let's see. Sack. Let's go to analysis. Let me know if I passed the position you're talking about. Here, yeah, this was bad. Bishop e6. Too much pressure. And we get out of it. Like, we do decent until we play here. And we drop the pawn here. We do have this advantage. This is hard to play with. We go up. I was setting up the tactic of take here, here, here. Hopefully they missed that, I was thinking. I was hoping for that at least. And the other thing was something else they couldn't do. I forgot. But it was two things, two purposes of that. When you mention pinning before trade of bishops. Let's see. Oh, I'm winning with rookie 5. Interesting. Rookie 5. I go rookie 6. Rookie 7 instead. Check. Can't they go here? Oh my god, the rook is stuck. Bro, no way. I just missed the rook is completely stuck on the... Wow. That's crazy. Okay. But you said... Oh, here. Yes. You're correct. You can take on f4. Oh, yeah, because here you just go here. And they can't even guard this, you would take. And then check, you just go... Very good eye. I missed that completely. Check, you just go king h7. And you're winning. Here. Queen here. That's a crazy line. Queen back. Queen down. Aiming in. They check you. A lot of tactical games today. 14 brilliance, man. Congratulations on that. That's a lot of brilliance. You're a sacrificing player, it seems. But dude, this line is insane. Yeah, man. Very good eye. Very good eye. Do you have an opponent for No, you said you are for the commentating thing. Do you have an opponent yet and a date? I can see if I'm free to do that. But yeah, hopefully I am. With school, if it wasn't school, I could say I know I can do it. Because of school, it may be class time, but I'll try and be free for it if you have your opponent. Man, we won that game. Not pretty. Black again. Oh my god. I guess we got 3 straight white games. All right, e4, e5. All right, we're playing against the King's Gambit. We're going for the counter Gambit. And I've started playing the non-book move in this. And I found that even against a titled player, it worked, honestly. I'm just going to do... Oh, no, you can't do that, I'm pretty sure. Check. I don't think you can do that. You have to take this pawn first. Oh, no way! No way! Are we going to win the rook? Okay, take. Knight up. Bishop down. Yeah, I think you can. Capture. Take queen. We're just up. We're up with a rook. Huge news, huge news. Alright. They're not resigning. I guess why resign, though? I'm with them there. They spotted me a rook, basically. Can we... What do I do to win? Let's not play passively. I did this against a 2600, and he actually... I'm ashamed to admit it, but he won that game, even though I was up a rook. And he said what I did was I played too passive once I got up. So we're going to use his advice. We're not going to play passive at all here. We want to keep playing aggressive despite being up. Let's take this here on c2. We learn from our losses. We're going to take here. And then let's go for this. Trade off one of the minor pieces. The more trades we get, the better. The more trades we get, the better. Take. And then, oops, here. All right, we have to keep the pressure up. We don't want to give up anything. We're looking at castle, get our king. King safety is less of it. It's more, let's go up. Really, it's more that my rooks can get in. My rook can get in the game. And knight here, they slide. All right, let's just go here. Here, all the way back, sure. And then just castle. All right, they move attacking, see? They're getting aggressive. They realize they have to play aggressive. Maybe I don't castle then. I don't want to lose that. If I castle, I lose the knight. We want to be +6 or better the rest of the game. So I don't want to do anything like that. Let's go knight here. And then go for this pin. Or I can castle. I want to castle queenside. And then just run here into a7. They attack. Go back here. And then here. I like that here. Because the pen we just slide over, right? And then the knight, yeah, go over. So they can't, we can move the knight for free now. Then we're going to rook here to e8, and then we can drop back. We just have to trade pieces off. Like, the more trades, the better. For sure. And we just have an extra rook to work with. They might be looking to push e6, I wonder. Maybe the issue with that is I could go knight d6. But here, take, rook takes. Then rook, they do go for it. Yeah, it makes sense, honestly. But I think the problem is I can force the exchange of take and then take. Let's keep their pieces out. No rook here on the file. Wow, you want to limit what they can do. Knight slides in. Let's go rook. They're looking for this fork. Let's go here. If they go in, we go up. And then bring our knight. Our knight needs to get active, and then we'll have a pretty good position. Because right now, their bishop is a great piece. We just need to get our knight involved, and that's pretty simple to do, I feel like. Let's go back here to c7. I have not yet, Ryan. No, I've not seen it yet, but I've not forgot about it. Yeah, no problem, Falcon. I try and read as many as possible. But yeah, Ryan, I've not forgot. I just ended up having a much busier day than I thought. I didn't even finish my homework, unfortunately. But I will watch it though. I will watch it. Let's go here. Attacking the knight. It needs to get to like a good square. Maybe we can just push up, honestly, at some point. Push, take. The knight's not super useful right now. So let's go here. If they take this, you have to take with this pawn. Or actually, now that the knight's there, you could take with either one. They slide their bishop in. Looking to go here, potentially. That would win something. But we could go up here. Just simply push. And it looks like I'm giving up the pawn. And it's somewhat intentional. The idea is I want to be able to get this rook on this open file. So if they take that, it doesn't work quite like that. If they take that, we have the rook being able to slide over here to A, which is the idea, so I can slide in. So we're giving up A5. But they don't want to take it though. Maybe they realize what I'm doing. But I would like for them to accept. They move their king in. Alright. Let's push up now. And you see at some point we have too many pieces. Capture. We're gonna have our knight capture. Or no, we could just have this capture. Or we're gonna have this passer now. Maybe they take. Rook takes. All right. We have this connected passer. Knight can slide. We want to get their bishop out the way. They attack us. All right, let's just go back a square. Or back all the way down. And we're looking to lift this up. Our bishop's still here. Their knight can take, but we take. Knight here. Rook over, honestly. Maybe just doubling up, and we look to go straight in attacking. That's what I'm thinking. And we're still at 5 minutes left, still enough time. We slide over so we have connectivity. They go break something. If take, take. Let's just start pushing. Let's go up here. 3 squares away now. And then rook e7. Like, we don't have to immediately get this to work. They drop back. See, if you go down, they slide. You see, they bring their bishop down. Rook over now. Looking to go down here. And now the extra pieces are... The extra rook is manifesting. We're +2, take, take with this. I think is a little bit better. Or no, take this way. Well, I guess it kind of depends. I'd rather take this way. So they can't get their knight out here to g4. They slide their bishop in. And now you're going to see the idea. So attack the rook. We have 2 rooks to work with. Take, take. Now we're just plus a rook, 96 on the next turn. Alright, knight drops back, knight here to e6. Attacking bishop, attacking the pawn there. They drop back. Let's give a check. And then checkmate. GG. Alright. So we pretty much won that out of the opening. We're up a rook. We had 92% accuracy. 2600 expected rating. So we handled that well. Yeah, queen here. Take rook. Now you can actually trap it. I think if you go here, you can bring in the bishop here to h3. Or bishop here instead. But you get the point. h3 would that have worked too? Let's see. That's what I would have played probably. Yeah. Either way you would have done that. But yeah, that's a blunder. You have to take this way first. And what I've been doing that's not right is qxt5. This is an inaccuracy. But I found that after this and like queen back, most players just go for like an endgame. Something like this, which is okay. So I've stopped doing the full counter gambit. I've done my like minor thing. But yeah, this is just over. King slides up. You take here in the center. And then they go over here. You can go bishop here, check. They have to go up. You go here, check. And they have to sack their queen, right? So they chose to lose the rook instead, and we got the win. That's crazy, man. We went on move 3 basically. Perfect. All right. Well, let's go to this next game here. Let's try and break 2200. Let's break the seal here. 2199. 1 point away. 1 point away. That's crazy, man. That's so crazy. Alright, we get black or we get white. We're both 1 game away, so who wants it more? That's the question. We're going to play the London, as this is a 100 breaking game. So we're going to play the London. Let's go up, knight. Let's go h3, and then knight here to f3. I know, Falcon, that was a crazy one. Like, I was like, dude, I know that's wrong. Because I've seen it before. Like, dude, no way, no way. They go up. Let's go. Oh man, I'm glad. This is perfect for you. I had black the last 2 games, so it wasn't as interesting. But yeah, we do have the London. I'm playing in London this time. I think I'm gonna go knight here and then a4, and then castle on this next turn. All right, perfect. We're safe. If they go up, all right, rook here to e1. Push bishop c2. QB1 will be aiming in there. Alright. Oh, we played before? I don't think we played before. No. Yeah, they just made their... Yo, they just started. They're from December 4th, 2025. That's pretty crazy. And then Austin, thank you still for like, someone's at 53,000 there. And the course... What course do you use? I'm curious. Because I was suggested a Gotham Chess League course for the London. Is that what you use, or is it something else you follow? Yeah. Rook E1, QB1. And we'll be lining up all our pieces to attack. But that's crazy. I haven't done the course. Through the engine, I've learned course like London opening. Because I haven't taken one, but I watched a YouTube video, and I just look at the engine after almost every game. Like, oh, do this instead. Like, it's almost documented on my TikTok, because before I started posting clips, I did voiceovers of games. Year ago. Okay, Chessable. I had Chessable. I used it not like how it's intended to be used, I'm sure. Like, I only used it for tactics practice, which was really helpful before tournaments, though, because you're playing positions that masters had played before. And that was fun for me. But they're here on d6. Bishop h2 if they take. Take, queen takes. Queen b1. Bishop g5, queen. So I'm deciding between going back, taking, or here. I think here is probably not it. So now the question is, do I go back here or take? Like, knight up, I don't know if it works here. Here, F4. That feels a bit weird. But taking feels weird as well. I think this way, because if you're going back, you just allow them to go there with the tempo. So at least I get a move this way. Capture allows that. Queen b1. Lining up on this h7 pawn. Obviously, they're going to guard it, but we just need to make a move. Like, I want to go here. I'm waiting to see if they take, or push, or they take. If they push, we go back. If they take, we take. They might want to keep the tension. Oh, I could have went queen e2, though, and then... Oh, yeah, qe2 was better. Because then you're setting up bishop a6 instead. I think would make more sense, to be honest with you. So, queen d1, queen e2, and then bishop a6. We do this the long way, as we could have just done that last time. Could have done that last time, but... Yeah. I played qb1 a bit impulsively. Take... I would guess they take that back. Knight here. Now we're going to reroute and do this. You see, because they're trying to load up on the diagonal. I would like to not allow that. And then up and then here. And then qf5 is a nice move too. But definitely up here first. g3. What if they push? Take. Well, the good thing is, now that it's on f1, it's at least guarding a checkmate idea. So, there's that to it. They could play up, though. That'd be interesting. Up, if you take... They take... Oh, they can play up. Oh, that's a mistake maybe by me. Here, attacking the knight. If you take... You're up a pawn, but you have 4 isolated pawns. They don't play it. Phew. Okay, they don't play it. Yeah. They could have. That was not a good idea by me. I think now you could play, because they push, you just go up. And you'll get these isolated pawns, but quite the difference than getting 4 double pawns. Or 4 isolated pawns and 2 doubled. I think that's way better. I did not know they're connected until you just set that message. So is it like the learn thing, except it's like, oh, here's your courses you paid for instead. Is that how that works? Yeah. BG2 has to be the next move. Yeah. Up. BG2. What if they go here? Did not think about that. They could just go... Oh, God. They could just go up. I just assumed they take and give me double pawns or isolated pawns, but no, they can go here. Alright, the bishop slides here first. Yeah, they're definitely doing that. You could tell with their load up. They're going up. Oh, they don't. Well, it's because they're attacking this. This is definitely better for black. Yeah. Very, very bad moves were played. They slide their knight in. Okay, c4. And we have life again. I think they messed up there. They should have went c4 themselves. Yeah, that's good and all. But this is definitely easier to play. We go up. They drop. There's a fork there. That's almost unstoppable. Just take here. Yeah, man. Not good. Not good to say the least. If we go over, knight check. If we go here first, I think it's just a loss. But everyone try it here. Over. And there's nothing here. Let's see. My username, it's ISSA GOAT2304. There's no way to take that. That's crazy. That is an insane. My favorite dinosaur? I go back and forth. I think Triceratops is my favorite. But I could be persuaded. I don't have a solid favorite. I think knight here, maybe to go knight here. Because here, check, back, take, yeah. I don't know if it'll matter. And then here you'd have to sack anyways, I guess. So that wouldn't matter either. And then here. And maybe... Oh, they sack! Wow. They don't even think about it. They sack instantly. That's nuts. That's crazy. They didn't even consider not sacking there. They said this has to be winning. And they just kept going. Respect. Respect. Okay. Well. That's not a good feeling. If they sacrifice instantly, it feels like something went wrong, you know? Like they should not be giving up their queen or their rook just so willy-nilly. They think they have something good. Clearly. Rook a2 is the idea behind this. I don't know though, like, can they get a win? Like, it seems like it's just a draw. Your favorite? I have a horn. You have a horn? Like, what? How? Like, what type of horn do you have? Yeah, I think here. Any more arenas? So, no arenas today. I do those every third stream, just like everything. So, tomorrow will be puzzles, and the stream after that we'll have an arena. Yeah, B3. Can we just hold on, man? Come on. Doesn't matter if we played bad. It's still, this is still, you don't have to lose this game, I'll say. Definitely still holdable. Come on, just do it. Just take the draw. I'll take the draw, you'll take the draw. will both leave the same rating. It's like it never happened. No, but they counter. They cannot help themselves. Fair enough, I guess. Huh. That's like a very unfortunate move being played there. I think you still have to focus on trying to get rid of this at some point. And then king here. Really, it's e4 I think that's better, because e4 kicks the queen back. I want to go here. Oh, e4 and then king up maybe. So now you can touch the diagonal. So if up, what happens? Or do you have to take so they can't push? They'll take, they go over. Say they do get down, I go up. Check. You could take the knight. Maybe there. Yeah, I mean, you can't let them push the h-pawn down. That's for sure a loss. And then check. You have to go here. Because if you go here, that's checkmate. So knight h2, but they slide over. Not even focused on it, really. Fair enough. I guess you don't really need to be that focused on it. But you could go here. Right, and then it's kind of interesting. You're in the game. You're somewhat guarding. You couldn't take immediately because knight takes here. The queen's in the wrong spot, right, for you to do that. But here, oh, I get it. Because here, check, wins the rook. Oh, it doesn't even matter what I do, really, does it? I think they're just winning. Take. I think you have to go up. But no, then the same thing happens. Oh, they're a genius. The same thing happens. It's discovered check to win the rook. That's nuts. Wow, okay. I don't know if there's anything you could even do. Here, there, they win the queen. Here. Check. Down. Checkmate. I think that's GG. That is GG. Tough. Well, we tried. I think we're going to go here. It's the best try. But there's nothing that really works, I don't think. Oh, wait. No, that's not what I... Oh, my God. I haven't... No. I meant to go e4. Let's see the game, though. e4 is what I meant to do. Instead of that ridiculous idea. All right, let's go with this here. What's the review say about cx5? Let's see. So here, take. So it never suggested overtaking here on e5. And in the opening, never brings it up. It's saying I should go here instead first. And then appreciate those likes again. Austin, we're closing in on 58,000. Yeah, knight here on d2. Bishop slides up, castle, rook over. All of this is okay. Yeah, this is the mistake. You have to go a5 and sack the pawn. DXC5, DXC5. No, you're good, man. You're good. I knew exactly what you meant too. I'm like, I knew what you meant. Have you played over the board tournaments before? But yeah, we go here and we're just. Oh, you have to go e4, and I'm just losing after this. Queen here keeps me alive after over. But yeah, that's... I meant to go here. I don't think it matters, but I was going to go here instead. This is just a win, though. Here. Can you not go here instead? Take. It doesn't really matter. You're probably going to lose this game. Here. And you have to sack. Alright. We got destroyed. And now let's go to this next one. We were close. But not quite yet. Not quite yet. Let's go again. You want to get into it though? Yeah, man. It's very fun. It's very fun. I don't know if you live by Charlotte or... Oh, of course this opening. The opening the least prepared for. If you live by Charlotte or New York or St. Louis, I know they have a lot of FIDE and USCF tournaments. Let's take here. Yeah, I was just looking the other day. It's a lot of FIDE rated Charlotte tournaments. Take knight here. It seems like it says the Philidor. It feels like we're playing like some type of Sicilian. Let's go up. I don't know the Philidor, so I've played it through just playing some moves. It was not intentional. But b6, bishop b7. Come on, man, we gotta get one. Gotta get one, gotta get one. Oh, there was this maybe. Huh. Take here. Take. Okay, let's see if this works. Knight takes in the center, +1. Bishop takes check, tied. Capture bishop, capture knight. Is that worth doing? Maybe. It does give them less of a center hold. Capture. Capture. Capture, capture. And then... Alright, now let's go here. Attacking their knight. Oh no, maybe c6 first. c6 cutting off their control of diagonal. Knight d7. Knight f6. Here. Because they can't go here now because we haven't lost the f6 pawn. We do get rid of their central control. Alright, they slide. We're going to slide here still. I like that. Take. Because if take, and we don't lose anything. And you're attacking their bishop, so you have some counter attack at least. I'm not playing viewers tonight now. Not tonight, but I will be in 2 days. We're going to go here. They drop back, and now we're just in a game. They have a bishop for a knight. Let's go knight here, attacking this bishop. Try and get rid of it, and we need to develop our bishop at some point as well. I thought it was the center game as well. I was confused. That's why I was like, I don't know how to play the center game that well. Let's go here. Looking there, trying to go bishop f5. I just want to trade down to less pieces on the board. And Austin still applies almost at 60,000 on TikTok. Pretty crazy. But they slide over. Let's go here now. Definitely already a better game than last game. That's for sure. They're trying to hit 2,300 with this win, though. So do I hit 2,200 or they hit 2,300? One of us will hit a new hundreds place. Or is not? That's not the hundreds place. That's a decimal. But you get the point. We'll hit a new... What is the word? Not centennial. Century. A new 100. We're trying to get to the 2,200. They drop their bishop back. Take. Or maybe rook here on the... Nah. Here. Something like that. But them dropping their bishop all the way back, it seems like a benefit. Maybe I should take that and get space. Let's control the open file now. Milestone, yes, that's the better way to put it. We're both trying to hit a milestone. One of us will hit it, but rook here, aiming straight down the e-file. They slide up. Oh, they're trying to reroute. Wait, so fork, pen, take queen, take bishop. Wait, here, take the queen, okay? They have to take my queen back. I take their bishop. I'm plus a minor piece. They'll take probably the bishop back. Take. It's interesting. I don't think it works though. I don't think it works. I'll probably just capture this. Queen takes. Knight in here. Yeah, because here, up. Take, take. Take. And if they take my bishop, I would take their pawn. They would take, I would take. Yeah, that's a pointless endgame. Let's capture here instead. And then maybe go for this. Right, because now it kind of makes sense. Still, though, I don't know. Is it better to go here or knight here? Because knight here attacks the rook. You're setting up check. But once they get there and then, like, check or whatever, and then up. Is it even that? Let's see. Check. Here, check. Oh, they can just take the knight. How did I... They can just take the knight. They don't, though. Alright. Now let's see, is anything fun from this? Alright, let's lift up. That's for certain. Out the way. They could have taken that, though. And if they did, it would have been quite frustrating. Because I just missed that completely. But yeah, we're getting aggressive with the knight. Knight here, and we might even wind up back in the same spot. But sometimes you just want to try stuff. See if something works. If it doesn't, no harm, no foul. Although there could have been some harm if they took, take, and I get an isolated double pawns. But we are on the second rank. I mean, that's why they don't do it, because I have a rook on e2. So that's fair. I could see not wanting to do that, really. Rook slides over. Knight down. What if I go rook here? Rook here. It's almost a tactic of take here, knight here, back, take, tie material, capture, capture, but they take that at the end. Doesn't quite work, but almost. Can you go here or rook here? 5 minutes left. I just gotta pick a move. What do I like more? I like this more. Alright, 4 minutes, 52 seconds. We spent some time on that, but it's not like we can't make up this time, right? We didn't spend forever. They slide over. Okay, they're stopping everything. Yeah, I should probably just bail out. Let's bring our knight back. Or can you even bail out? Here. Oh, I might have messed up. Because back here. Take. Bishop down. And then how do you even guard? I did that so unnecessarily. That was so... Oh my god. I could have just got my knight out. And I instead make it quite difficult to save it. Okay. Let's go here maybe, because if you just go back, they just go up. Take, and then back, capture, capture, capture. Insane work. I did not have to do that whatsoever, and I did it, There we go, queen in. Crazy decision making. We're looking here, I guess, but like, there's a mate's idea. that we are not, it's not that easy to stop it. But I can't lose the knight for sure. The queen's here on d2. Oh, wait, hold on. There's Loki attacking though. Here. Take those. But then there's checkmate. Oh, no. Oh, that's crazy. You can win a rook, but you get mated at the end. Nasty work. Very nasty. The knight goes here. If fx g3, rx e2, qx f7, because the rook, over, qx g7, checkmate. Wow. That's crazy. You can't even do that tactic. Well, I only went qd2 not to lose the knight. Anything, if I can just hold on to the knight, it's whatever. I don't even care if we get a tactic. I tried to be aggressive. It's just not anything here. Like here we should bail out probably and just go knight f4, attack the queen as an initiative, and we would have saved it. But they slide out the way, looking at checkmate because why would they not look at checkmate? As there's a checkmate on the board. Yeah, man. That is not good. That's not good. Where can we go? Like this check. Here. There's that checkmate. G6 gotta be wrong. But what else can you even do? You don't go G6. Like you going knight here. They would just win that eventually, just sliding anything, back attacking it. I may just have to go G6. Which I know how bad that is, but there's nothing else. Like you can't, how else could I do it, you know? I think the mistake is earlier on, so to focus on it now and waste time on it is kind of pointless. The mistake was just not, we're just playing this in the first place. Trying to get an attack that's just not there. But yeah, we're trying to figure out a way out of it. Bishop down is interesting. Because if they go down, and then here, and then take whatever, and take. I think I just capture, and this back. We're down 2 minutes, or a minute and a half at this point. We must speed up. And they go for the same thing, right? They're going for this idea of here, take, here. So what if we make this not checkmate, though? But I think the issue is, now they're just going to go here. What if we go f5? Progressively worse and worse. But I mean, what can we do? They're going to go queen f6, setting up that. So we have to stop it. We have to stop it. But I hate this position. This is horrible. This is so weird to play. But I don't know how else you could get through it without these pawn moves, giving your king some breathing room. I mean, for now it works, but look at this piece. I mean, this is gorgeous. It's amazingly placed. Weirdly, there are no checks, though, after f5. I imagine they see that their rook's hanging, though, so they're probably going to go like king h2. If they do that, we could escape with queen d6, knight f4. And hey, I don't care. I just want to get out of this position. And that could work. Or no, you could just go queen f4, force the queen trade, yeah. That'd be way easier. And we're low on time. So king h2, queen f4. And we didn't lose any material. It's just been positional uncomfortableness. So I would take that, honestly. And if they don't go there, I think you win the rook. So, or they could go bishop c2. But these are all moves that would simplify in a position I need it to simplify. I need this to simplify, you know? So I'm fine with either bishop c1 or king h2. If they do anything else, though, I do have that knight g3 idea still. It would be unstoppable, and there wouldn't be a checkmate this time around that makes it not worth playing. Because in previous turns, I could not have done it. And they're spending a lot of time, I think because they don't want to trade the queens. Which, who would? Wow, that's not right. You can go here now. Here, I'm pretty sure. Check, take. And the reason it didn't work at first was because I couldn't. Here, take, capture. Here, take, yeah. Bing. They take. No! There is still a checkmate. There is still a checkmate that I missed. Unfortunate. Well, we've done it now. So we have to keep going with it. Here. This is not good. I just somehow missed QG6. I'm thinking they're taking back that way the whole time. And they take back the smarter way. Which I should have expected. Mistakes happen, I guess. Is there no checkmate? Huh. Maybe there's not a checkmate. QG7, King E8, check, over. I mean, take. Light square, only the queen can check me on these two. And then up here, what if we run all the way to A8? That is insane. They can't get their queen to check and win the rook. So they just have to take all the pawns and have these 3 passers for the rook, which is definitely enough. But I don't lose the game, I don't think. And with the time dwindling, I was down some. I've definitely sped up and they've taken more time. I'll say it's a hard position. So you can see how, like, look at this. They're taking more time, but the rook, it hasn't been taken yet. It controls the e-file. And if they take it, just another piece replaces that has e-file control. That is something quite interesting. I think they're realizing I can run to the corner if they check me again. And I can only stay on, well then here. Maybe they might want to draw the game. Here, up, back. Would I even draw it? I might just go down. Because I'm up a minute. So drawing it doesn't really make that much sense on my side. Like, even if it's an equal position. Like, I would like to not do that. Take. They realize it. Yeah. That's gotta be so frustrating. Because they... I'd be so mad, man. This whole time I'm pushing for a win. And this ridiculous defense works. But the issue for me now, it's like, what do I even do to defend myself? Like, my king has to get here. So down, pen, check. Like, I don't know how you defend yourself here. Do you go rook up maybe? Rook up. Check over. Check. See, I've already spent the time back. Because, like, how do you play this? Down. Check. I think here, check over. Check up. No. No. How do you play? I don't know how to play this. I don't know. I don't think that's right. But I don't know how else to play it. I spent too long there. But man, quite the difficult position. Okay. Queen here. I think they could have went there. And that's why I didn't play it at first. But like at a point just had to make a move. So I did that. That's why I was so hesitant. Because bishop f6, but they don't even play the move I was so worried about. Alright, now we can see glimpses of safety. Maybe. like maybe I have glimpses of safety. Alright, let's drop back. Oh, no. That's checkmate. No, you cannot drop back, actually. That would be extremely detrimental. Cannot do that. That's a super don't do that. Okay. They're thinking too much. Yeah, the fact that they took that, now they're thinking too much. We get the win on time. We hit 2200. Dude. Let's see. F5, bro. Not high rating. Wow. What's all the hate? What's all the negativity? You've never had a bad game? But let's see. There was a man of 7 if he kept. But let's see. The accuracy, not good. Yeah, H6 is a mistake. They go here to C4. And Austin still with the likes, much appreciated. We go C4 here. May I have missed? Yeah, I won the game, but it was a nasty, nasty game. Knight C6 is better. If they go bishop here to F4, they're looking here and bishop E7 instead. But instead, we get into this. Capture, C6. Alright, this is all boring. Now, I try some things here. This is a mistake, but not for the reason I thought. If they trade queens, let's see. So I went here, I went for this, and that's the blunder, yeah. I should have just escaped here. But we slide in. They miss just taking the knight because they get 3 pieces for the queen, which is definitely winning. But they don't go for it, thankfully. We slide in. G6, F5. Yeah. I just forgot that they're taking on G6 now, capture. They miss. And they realize it's not that easy. Yeah, this is a mistake. Oh, oh my god, you take, and then here there's this. Oh, man. I almost went here. This is what I was debating between, was going here and queen to E. But I thought here, I was nervous because of take. Oh, that is a blunder. So now you have to instead do what? Rook D8. Alright, this is just a hard position. Rook D8 is the best move instead. But yeah, we end up in a up and down eval bar game. We get the win. We'll take it. You said trade queens. Trade queens. At what points? So here maybe? Do you mean here? Or do you mean earlier there? Early? Okay. Earlier. Up. Okay. So here. Take. Back. Which? Do you mean here? Wait, here. Let me know, because I know there's a delay. I'll sit in this position here, and then tell me to go forward or backwards. So I'm going to sit right here. And then say go back or forward, and I can do that. All the pieces still on the board. So I think, I mean around here, and Austin still, we hit 64,000 likes there. That's a lot of likes. Much appreciated for the support on TikTok. We're definitely hitting a personal record by far. But let's see. This game was it was a fun game. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. We hit 2,200. That is a horrible way to do it, but we do hit 100. We do hit 100, despite however it may look. A win is a win. And I will take pride. I'd rather win a bad game than lose a bad game. And obviously, we're not touching Rapid again today. So let's hop in some 3+0. As we're going to just take that W. And go in some games. I can still tell you guys what's happening. But I simply will not be risking that 2,200. This is the first time I've got them all 2,200 plus on this account. Now the next goal is 2,300 plus. And you see we're right here. So the goal is to get back up there. As we were there, and we went on a crazy losing streak. I was getting cooked left and right. Hopefully I can do some winning here. Let's go queen c2. All right, looking to open up, or not really open up, protect, like take, yeah. Here, take. They can go there. Castle for sure. And now they can still go there. But it's not like that's some huge idea. They can't take because of this knight. Interesting idea. Because the point of their move is that if I just take, they take. But isn't that better for... they can play e5 though. So yeah, I don't want to do that. Push, take, and then g3 after, and then king to g2. So up, king g2, and then rook here to h1. Let's see. King g2, rook h1, and we're controlling the h-file. Time usage, when I was losing a lot, I was moving slow. So if we're going to lose, we're going to play some bad moves and lose in the position. We're not going to lose on time. I'm tired of that. So that won't be how we take a loss. Let's go up. And I like this rook h1 idea. I do like that. I do like that. Let's go here. That's a pretty easy... That's a pretty easy fix. I don't know why I just did not see that as a move. But no. They fixed that instantly. Let's go here. A minute 52. We're down 20 seconds. I'm already seeing it. We gotta speed up. Back. Avoiding them having domination. Rook over. Yeah, but I mean, they can't... Yeah, that's fine. King f1. They can't check. They just have to trade for the most part. Yeah. And then go guard that. We've evened the timeout some. They know they have to do that. I don't know. Yeah, they know they have to do that, I'm sure. They played pretty much perfectly. So I know what they were thinking about. Let's go rook up. And now reroute the knight to this square or this square. Oh, it forces the trade almost. Because that's hanging on a4. I missed that. Very nice idea by them. And we're trying to stop the knight from having an in row once we trade the rooks. We're down 4 seconds. They don't trade it, though. Huh. I'm not sure why they don't trade it. I feel like they... guess they don't have to. I thought that was the point of their moves, though. Fork, they can't take that. So you're going to take the rook here. On e5. The only thing is, it's not even that... like, it's winning, yeah. But it's not even that easy to win. They have to move, though. They can't sit in and audit. I know the feeling when you mess up, but they got to keep going if they want to win. So they get down on time and down the rook for the knight, I'm going to win. But if they keep the time right now, then it's still not that simple. A knight versus a rook is probably, yeah, they play respect. They calm themselves. Hard to do, because I've done it and I've not calmed myself. I'm like, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Another mistake, though. You can go here and trade that central pawn, which you may think is not that big of a deal, but I feel like it is kind of a big deal. All right, let's go. Yeah, man. Like, see, it's not that simple. Like, you're winning, of course. But they have a slide. There's no fork. I need to get my king in. That's what I'm noticing. They can't move their king. That's what they want to do. They probably thought I'm going to move my rook here, because I thought I was going to move my rook there as well. So I think we were thinking the same thing. They didn't have a move for king e2, because it looks so weird. But it does work. And I need to get my king here to blockade. They slide their knight over. Alright, we're going to... yeah, let's just go here. And now we're going to move our king in. No need for a fork to happen. We can't really save that one. "17 seconds left. "16. Wow. Crazy defense. Crazy. Like, look, this is not even that easy to win. "3 seconds left. Back. Oh, the knight's trapped. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, the knight's trapped at the end there, and there's nothing they can do. It's not. Catch you later, Falcon. Thank you for joining in, bro. Thank you for joining in. But yeah, their knight can't get away. That's the problem with that one. Let's see the game review. I wonder what the accuracy. 87.4, so pretty good game. They just have a blunder in this. And the end game, do I turn it around? Here, here. And eventually, it's a draw, but then we trap the knight. Yeah, the knight can't go, if you can see, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here or here. And you're going to take that there on B2. That was a fun tactic, honestly. Very fun tactic. Let's go to the next game. Let's see if we can get another win. We're going to play, let's stick with D4, I think. Here, knight's going to jump forward. They're so close to getting back to that elusive 2300 capture, at least for me. Not the easiest rating to maintain. Capture, capture. Knight's going to slide attacking the queen. A4. Alright. Do we just go for an endgame again? Sure. Queen can slide up here attacking. They drop their queen back. I feel like this is a nice move now. A5. They slide forward. Knight down. Offering the exchange. And they slide their knight all the way out the way. Oh, I see it, I see it. Because they want to go knight in. So let's just castle. Yeah, they're trying to get that. Let's get out the way of that idea. Knight's going to slide. They can attack their knight and then go knight to d4 if they don't take. We can pre-move it though. Yeah, they don't want to trade. They clearly have ideas. They don't want it to be symmetric. Knight can drop back here to f3 if they go c5. And you see we're down on time slightly. Alright, here attacking. And looking at c4. Because that guards the knight. Take. They can't take. They can't take. They might realize this is a mistake. And they won't have to lose that pawn there. Yeah, capture. And then rook here. And you can't take with this rook because you're guarding a5. Oh, they're taking a5 anyways, right? So let's go up here to b4 to guard a5. They slide in. Alright. Let's bring this over here. We're looking at this. Take, take. Oh, and they just capture that way. Okay, what if we go rook down, though? Check. Queen slides over now. And we're looking at this. Now, a minute 46 seconds, and we're looking at bringing our rook down. That's probably the bigger thing. And the knight guards the escape square. This knight on f3 doing its job, man. We're looking to go down there, rook d8, and set up that checkmate idea. Rook slides over. They realize it seems, but it might be too late. Let's take. And then I wonder if you could just go here and still win the game. But you could just take the rook, though. Yeah. I think that still would have been winning, but I didn't see it, so there's no point in risking it. Let's just take the guaranteed material, and they resign. GG. Let's go over that game. But either way, I think you would have won. I think you could still push rook down. I want to go straight to that position, because I'm pretty sure you could still just go down with the rook, and you would have been fine. But d4, we get all this development. Take, queen slides, up, take, here, a4, yeah. All the boring stuff. This is a mistake, actually. Let's go c4 instantly. I didn't even cross my mind, if I'm honest with you. Did not even cross my mind. And Austin still with the likes. We're almost at 70,000. And if it crossed your mind, let me know in the comments. But I am confused. I appreciate the subs on YouTube. We hit 1240 today. We started at 1230, so we've gained. Yeah, c4 instead. They take. Castle, castle. They go rook here to d8. Alright, this wasn't even on my mind. That wasn't on my mind. I went a5. Back. And I wanted to trade, but they didn't want to trade. Yeah, they dropped the pawn. For those who don't see the tactic, the idea here is that because I take, if they take, the queen drops, right? And if they take back this way, the knight drops. So they instead go knight back, and I take this, rook over. And they go for an endgame, and they mess up. So rook down is better. Oh, because they have to sack immediately. but I missed it, and I realized here. Can you go rook here to c8? I think you can. You go down, then king up. Yeah, you can still... Oh, they can get out the way. Okay, okay. So I do the right move. I take the rook and they just resign. Like, I'm down 25 seconds, but for the most part, I think we both knew that I should win that up a rook. All right. 22.99. Can we get to 2300 again? d5. Let's go up here to e6. Knight's going to slide up. Up here. c6. I'm playing a semi-Slav. First time today we played a semi-Slav, I feel like. Let's castle. Knight bd7. And then c5. We want to keep a fast pace, especially in this position. I played this maybe hundreds of times. Like, I should be able to call upon some memory and play quicker than they do. Oh, they're 2300. They probably played 2300 accounts made last year. They started man, it's a lot of people who've got good at chess fast. Because I'm seeing a lot of last year accounts. Maybe these are backups, but man, that's insane if they just started chess and they're that good. Here, there, take, there. I guess. I don't like doing either of those. Like, taking here, this is a weakness, but taking here, knight in, feels like too obvious of a problem. Capture, capture. Knight here, take, and maybe rook c8 on the next one. Now this isolated pawn in the center, though. Alright, they slide their queen over. No need, I don't have to take the knight, I guess. Let's go here instead. There's no checkmate. I don't speak Spanish, but if someone does, let me know what they're saying there. Or that may not be Spanish. Is that Portuguese or Italian? We slide rook over. We can go here. Rook over, and then bishop here. I want to get that fork, but they stopped the fork. Alright, they slide their knight in. Let's go knight here. Or bishop here, I mean. Yep. Take, take. We're looking at that. We want to win that. If you take, they have that check. Alright, very nice idea. I won't fall for that, though. Let's go for this, and then maybe queen up here looking to attack. Let's see. English or Spanish? It's what Promise says there. I want to know what they're saying, but I language barrier at the moment. I think if you go here, take, or check. Slide? I don't know. Can you go here? Maybe I just go here. I might have messed up. I don't want to mess up this calculation. It's a minute 20 left. We can win this for sure. Oh, okay. I say I want to know what it is. But I, unfortunately, only speak one language. I can understand some French, but not a lot. But we're here on c7. We're attacking their knight. Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize that. It was more to do like this. But yeah, this is weak. So they got to worry about that. They do. And that's weak. Oh, that's a great move, actually. Hold on, I'm cooking. Queen c7. It was really like a bailout. But that's a really good move, honestly. Yeah, that's why they're taking so long. It's not that easy to play it. Okay, we're up a lot of time. I'm hoping that's enough to get me the win. Let's go down here. Then here, and then here. because they can't go here attacking the knight. The rook's there. And we're guarding the 7th rank, and then king here is unstoppable. Their time's too low. I could flag them at this point here. I did mess up, but they have 13 seconds. They want to win this f-pawn. Yeah. Okay, let's lock in. Let's lock in. 7 seconds left. And we get the win. We're back at 2,300. We'll take it. We're back at 2,300. Let's see. I know you fell for it. Can you I could translate English for Spanish. Wait. Oh, by the way, 1250. Shout out you guys on YouTube. YouTube, man, you guys have been showing some crazy support. I know you're not a monolith, but if you and your fellow YouTube watchers have been supporting me, we've gained like 10 subs a day the last, I don't know, 5 days, which for me is like by far the longest streak ever. So thank you guys for the support. But let's see the game review on that one. Knight G4 was better. Let's see. The accuracies, they had a 91. I didn't even play bad. Was it on Orion? I didn't even play bad, bro. They had 91.6 out of 86.1. They just played amazing. Like, that's... you can't say much. Yeah, this is a blunder. I realized it, and I'm like, well, they're low on time. Let's just flag them. But yeah, instead of knight up, I could have done anything. Anything but that. Instead, 98 would have been fine. Yeah, but we still get the win there. 2308. I just want to take a picture for myself because this is, for me, pretty cool. We hit 2360 bullet, 2300 blitz, and 2200 rapid. My highest combined ever. So I want to take a quick snapshot before we keep playing. Gotta remember that. We are at 70k likes on TikTok. It's pretty nuts. We're having a very good stream. We've hit 22. You missed 2200 rapid being hit. That was just hit. Let us go to another blitz game. Because now we've hit it twice. It doesn't matter if I lose it again. I know that I can get back, I'm sure. So we can play with no fear. Plus, we're going to 2400. This is not the end goal. Until it's some red letters next to me, games will be played. A4. No, queen up is interesting. Up. Knight here. QC2. Or back. Take. Castle. Okay. They slide over. I like queen c2 still. The rooks are communicating. The knights guard each other. I may have to take this bishop. They might take it first. We'll see. And then Austin still with the likes. We hit 70,000. And Rich with the likes. Appreciate that a lot. Alright, rook here to e1. Knight drops. Knight in. Take. Was ready for that. And they slide. Is there anything we can do? Not really. Not really. Capture. Take. Yeah. I was trying to get them to make a mistake and drop a6. But they did not do that. They did not drop a6. Alright, they're going to go straight for a counterattack. I think take here. Right. Capture. And then up. And we're going to go for this side of the board. I need to get a pawn push, though. Because right now my king has no escape square. And that has to change. That has to change. For obvious reasons. Like, it can't sit like that. Yeah, this was a better spot in the first place. 2 minutes left. H3, queen up. And once H3's played, we can really bring every rook over. Or every rook. Both rooks over. The board on TikTok is cut off. Let me... I wonder how that keeps happening. Because I keep switching it. And... Is that better? On my side, it looks like there's some black on both sides. So they lift up. Okay, H3. Let me know if that's better. They slide down. Here. This is probably going to fall. Queen C2. 2 zoomed in. Okay. I'll have to fix it for next stream because the way that I do it on TikTok, it's like it's a display capture. So when I can fix the problems on the YouTube because it's not that. So, you know, it won't take, like, it's not preset. I mean, it's preset, but it's pretty easy to fix. For that, it's kind of hard. I don't think I can do it on stream. But I will fix it, though. It can go here, take, check, over, take. Huh. Let's see. Minute 16 left. We can go king h2 if they go down. That's actually the only move you could play anyways. Anything else would be losing. Alright, we're back up. And then Dino, appreciate the donation. You have to go there. Otherwise, it's a loss. They slide their queen in. Alright, we're looking to counter. Take. Oh, I missed that. How did I miss that? And there's a checkmate idea. Alright, you have to slide because that's mate. I mean, I can't go up. Like, if I go up, they just go here. And then over, and then... Wait, let's see. Okay, check. Up. Check. Over. Wait, up, over. No, up, check, over, check, up, check, down. Actually, you can get out of this. And you're setting up this. Yeah, king here. We get the win. Look at the... I missed checkmate at first, but look at the calculation. Look at the king run. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is... Let's go. Queen e4? Where's queen e4? Did I miss it? Huh? Here? I guess if they go here... It's not mate, though. You could go back, can't you? Oh, wait, no. This is not mate. I mean, here we just go back. Like, we took a chance. But either way, I don't think I get mated. Unless I'm missing it. I don't think so. I think that they could just go here, but I just go back to G3. And they just do it the wrong way. But GG. That's a fun win there. Very fun win. Because I took some time to calculate the king run. And I wasn't sure if it would... Let's see the game review. Because I'm sure the game review's like, why would you do that? Why would you not take the draw? I'm sure it's screaming at me. But I took a chance and it paid off there. Take. Nah, you're good, man. You're good. Yeah, A4. You went here. This is pretty boring stuff here. Take, queen, take, take, take. Alright, this is where it gets fun. So I go, rook g3 is better, and if you were watching a second ago, you saw I realized that, and Dino, appreciate these likes. We go here to g3, and I play g3, or even if you didn't see the game, I do it now, and I realize that's a better move. The reason it's a better move is because here, like, there's no queen h6, right? Because you lose your queen. But this way, if I had gone here first, and then take, take, and whatever, and then here, like, obviously it's still guarded, but the point is to get an attack. Like, even if it's not guaranteed to work, like, you still want to do something. Let's see. Did you send something? Oh, my bad. Did you send something else? Oh, you sent the money? Yo, appreciate the donation, Dino. I promise, if I miss a donation, I'm not being a mean person. I just missed it. I'm super locked in on the chest, but I appreciate the donation, bro. I love Triceratops. When I was a kid, I liked it. I don't know if you watched the Transformers animated series, but I love the Dino bots. I was a huge fan. Yeah, we went here in the game. Yeah, they took. We slide up. This is a mistake. Yes, I knew this was bad. Like I messed up. I don't know what I could have done. It was weird though, because once this happened, like, how do you defend this? And rook f3 is the best move. Yeah, I knew this was wrong because I've done this puzzle from the black side where you go here and it's like if they take whatever, I guess. But luckily I have this king h2 idea, so it's not the worst thing. But I didn't think I was doing perfectly fine here. As you can see, as I lose the pawn. But we have this queen move in. Even when you're losing, do the best move. Do the move that gives you the best chance for a turnaround. And that's what I did here. That's why I decided to go queen over, looking to aim in this way. Right, that's the idea. But yeah, slides over, queen takes, rook over here, slide. And this is a mistake because of f5. And then here, I still don't think there's a checkmate though. Oh, they sack. Interesting. Didn't calculate that. But I only calculated h5 for those who were watching. Over. They can go rook here. They missed some moves, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes it pays to be aggressive. And this is one of those games. Yeah, there's mate in one here, but we still go back and find it. I thought it was a mate here, if I'm being honest. But I was like, let me just get the check. I don't want to calculate. And then I'm like, okay, there's definitely a mate here. Because the king can't go anywhere. Alright. Pays to be aggressive. We literally switched rating. I gained 8, and they lost 8. That was another fun game. Although that previous game not quite as fun. As I ended up winning because of some mistakes they made. But regardless. I will say, I am starving. So I will have to end the stream. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. We hit 73,000 likes. We gained at least 10 subscribers. So shout out to you guys. I'll be on tomorrow to do some puzzles. If you want to hear my thoughts on calculating tactics and stuff, that's how you do it. Oh, you heard it today as well. We hit some peaks, 2300 back to Blitz, 2200 rapid. A very productive day. If you want to support me on PJ Chess on YouTube, sub there. We're almost at 1300 somehow. We just hit 1200. We're almost at 1300. Follow my Instagram, PJ Chess, TikTok, PJ Chess, and my Facebook if you have Facebook, PJ Chess. And then my Twitch is PJ Chess 993. I have some free emotes there if you follow that you can use at any chat, not just my chat if you don't want to watch me there. No hard feelings, but you do get the emotes if you get the follow. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you later on YouTube.